Welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends sit around, play some Dungeons and Dragons, and we share the story with you, our wonderful audience. Thank you everyone so much for being here. We appreciate your presence, appreciate your attention, your eyeballs, and hey, you know what? Appreciate you being here. If this is your first time, greetings, salutations, and warm welcome to you. Welcome on in to your first taste of Fortune's Blade. It proves to be an interesting one every single time. I say that because I never know what to expect, and it's always pretty interesting. So, welcome on in. Even better than all of that, I got some good news for you. Got good news for everybody. If you enjoy this type of content, we've got a whole bunch of different ways for you to enjoy this kind of thing continually and into the future. Special reminders, especially since it is the first day of 2022. Fingers crossed, here's to hoping. Knock on wood. Whatever it is that you need to do to get this one to be a good year. And I'll tell you how it's going to be a good year. First thing you're going to do is go over to twitch.tv/Dicefunctional, where you can watch us live every Saturday at around 4 p.m. Eastern time, whether it be daylight time or standard time. It doesn't really matter because daylight savings time is stupid. But we are live to make it a little bit less stupid. If you don't like watching things live, that's perfectly okay, because even better news, we have a YouTube. You can go over to YouTube, search Dicefunctional, subscribe over there, and you'll be able to see all the adventures of Fortune's Blade. You'll be able to see all the past episodes of Fortune's Blade. You'll be able to see all of the one-shots, a bunch of gaming content, a bunch of art content, maybe some podcasts in the future. Heck, who knows? But you should subscribe over there, so that way you can make sure that you're all up to date on all of that, especially since there's going to be a new campaign coming out soon. Also, definitely agree with Jill on that one. Anyway, where else can you find more stuff from us? Podcasting platforms. Go onto that podcasting platform that you know that you still occasionally listen to podcasts on. You type in Dicefunctional. You search it. You find our podcast. Subscribe over there. Because Campaign 2 is also going to be on the same podcast feed, so you won't lose any adventures that we are taking. If you want more information on the type of content we're doing, what we're going to be doing when we go live, a couple ways to do that. Check us out on Twitter at Dicefunctional with an underscore at the end, or you can search Dicefunctional into Google. That way you can go to our awesome website. You can check out information on the players, the characters, the other characters that we play in the other tabletop RPGs that we do, and you can check out all sorts of different ways to support us. The best way being to spread the word and let people know what it is that we do here. So that way more of your friends can check us out too. Simple as that. I'm not going to actually do anything weird in the interim because, you know, we got a fight to get to and we're all really excited to do it. So Connor, take it away.
I'm actually not going to do very much either. I'll do a quick recap. Where we last left off, you all had gone to the Kitsune populated continent of Syoge to meet up with Haru's parents. And for a secret reason, Ro and Mercy were going to try and get a hold of League, as you had taken to refer to him, the duplicate of Gael that had been created by a draw from the deck of many things. Communication broke down swiftly, and a fight broke out between Mercy, Ro, and League, as you have taken to calling him. In the meantime, the rest of the party is having a nice dinner. Yes?
Correction. He's never been called League once yet in game.
We refer to him as that.
There you go. I was like, I've intentionally not called him that in game.
I know, but we refer to him as that.
Because we have to refer to him as something.
But with that said, we're gonna jump straight back into combat. So let me get the music going.
Is the music?
Can't we start with
Nope.
Hold on.
Yeah,
just a pre-warning. It is raining so hard here, and my internet is trying to get spotty. So if I don't respond to something, internet, fuck Spectrum.
There's already like 2 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah, it's snowing pretty hard here.
We're gonna do our best.
Quickly, are you sure we can't start with the others first?
Nope.
I don't. I don't want to die this early. Also, fun fact, it's been a while since I've played on my computer away from Jill. That music was very loud.
Roll initiative,
Like-
you two.
I feel like I'm in. I feel like I'm in Cyberpunk.
And you already have initiative.
Oh!
You were mid-five.
No!
Fuck me.
I
Really?
gotta open my sheet. I forgot how to play.
It doesn't matter. League rolled a natural 20.
What's the point?
You know
Well,
what?
the thing is, Ro could
think-
still go higher.
League may have rolled a natural 20, but at least it's a natural 20 this and then on a fight, okay?
He also
I-
rolled a net 20 without doing his advantage.
Yeah. I also don't want him hitting me first. I have 87 hit points. He hits hard.
And he's about to hit
does.
harder.
And as League is readying himself against you, this sheaf of ice begins to slough off of the hammer, and it makes this form almost like a serpent. And then it creates a mouth, and you watch as the ice snake goes. Kill her. Let me eat.
Why does he have a sentient weapon too?
Because the duplicate is a perfect duplicate of Gale and has a version of his equipment as well.
That means the alignment of the weapon would be the reverse of
Yeah, that's
alignment of
fair.
the sentient weapon.
It doesn't make sense though. If it was just reversing him, shouldn't it have his armor would be this?
It's actually, it was part of the card, in fairness.
Which is why Rosetta is good that it wasn't Maddie or Haru. Because who knows what would
Who knows what
happen.
could happen there. Okay. League is gonna take a Great Weapon Master swing at you with Levine.
Levine.
Levine. It's Lawine. Levine. It's pronounced in German.
Adam Levine.
Levine.
Yeah, I was
didn't even
thinking
make that connection.
Avril.
No, Adam.
Avril Lavigne.
It's
It's
Adam.
spelled differently though.
Adam.
They're-
Do you have to ask,
Just
did he
sugar.
frenzy when he started raging?
He is frenzying now.
Because technically speaking, you can only do it when you start your rage, but it happens each turn. It starts taking effect the turn after you activate
Yes,
rage.
he entered his rage initially, which is going to be a frenzy rage. It doesn't take effect on the first turn; it takes effect on the next.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm aware. So, first thing with Levine, reckless.
Yeah.
20 to hit.
20?
Yeah, it's -5 because it's Great Weapon Master.
Oh, then no. I have a 23 AC.
He brings his hammer at you and
Please, dice, be kind.
Uh-oh.
getting rough.
This is good for me.
There.
It's good. It's really good.
You have
This
to do
is
one
like-
more though.
He's gonna roll a 20 soon, so don't
No.
worry.
Nope,
Doesn't hit.
only 22.
He misses all
Yeah.
three.
He misses all 3 attacks on you.
Oh, thank God. I only have 87 hit points left.
Using his mobile feat, as he did make attacks on you, he will.
Fuck, he has mobile too?
He has mobile.
That means he has the same movement speed I do. Okay. That's gonna change things.
He moves over
Fuck.
here.
Howard,
No, don't move.
why you running?
Why are you running? It is going to be Rose's turn next.
Oh shit. Okay. I forgot that's how this works.
Yeah, you rolled a 21, my guy.
I rolled a 12
My guy, dude.
plus some number. All right. Oh boy.
I ask a question for you.
Of course you can.
Can she see him from where she is? Like, can she hit him?
From where he is? No.
Okay.
No, he intentionally moved over to the tall bonfire so that Ro did not have a good shot on.
What a little bitch.
Smart fighter.
Little bitch.
All right.
Okay.
Very rude.
I have to keep checking. I'm like, what's my fucking movement speed?
You
Where
have
am
20
I?
fuck out.
Who am I?
You have
It
20
definitely
pounds.
is the opposite of Gale, because this Gale's a coward.
Not what I meant. No, there's a circle. My bad.
I think you can get into a place to hit him.
Okay, to be fair though, I don't know if I want to get that close to the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ro, Jill, I'm going to tell you right now,
Yeah.
unless you are on a nice straight line with him, because this is a bonfire in the middle of a giant frozen lake, so it's sinking
Big.
down.
Mhm.
If you are in anything other than a straight line, he will have a slight bonus to his AC. Partial cover.
Okay.
That means he'll get, like, what, a +2?
I think it's a +2.
Yeah,
Which
half cover is
means-
plus
yeah.
2.
I think that
3/4
means-
cover is plus 5.
His AC would either be 19 or 20 to hit. If I'm remembering right
Hmm.
from last time.
Or just like
Oh my
the
god,
funny.
that close. I'm so scared. Okay,
I'm so scared.
I'm so scared. Okay, I put my finger on where I'm.
I was about to say, I literally have been counting
There it
out your movements too to the same spot.
Okay, I'm gonna. It gets the bonus
It's
thing, but I'm
a +2.
gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot him with my gun. But hold on, I have to reread some things. It's been approximately 87 years.
Again, it's been like 3 weeks, I think.
Okay, bonus action.
4
Which is
weeks.
long.
It's been so long.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna burn a grit.
Cody, where's your
My
face
camera
go?
just stopped for some reason.
I'm gonna burn a grit, and I'm gonna use ready, steady, fire.
Okay.
But I don't have a button for that anymore, so I just add my charisma mod to it. Yeah. So. Okay. Fuck. Which button? Okay. No. Pet. No. The smoking gun. That's the one. I was like, which of these is my fucking gun?
Which gun?
Which one of these is
Well,
my gun?
the thing is, one of them,
I don't-
two of them you don't have anymore.
I know, and I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, attack. I'll do that.
Just wait, Jill,
At
you get those at
advantage.
advantage.
It's at advantage.
Huh?
You get all of them at
He was
advantage.
reckless.
Okay,
Just hit the attack plus button.
I
There you go.
did, and then you add 4 to whatever that is.
25.
Yep,
So
25.
And then
Yep.
you also add 4 to the damage because of ready, steady, fire, I believe.
Yep.
I can look at your sheet.
No. So he is, as a reaction, going to grab hold of the hammer, and you watch as it goes, and this giant block of ice forms around him as he uses a reaction to do Tomb of Levistus.
Motherfucker.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna break
Hi.
his legs.
Fair
I just want that
reaction.
known. That's
be
a,
fair,
not a
it's-
threat, that's a promise.
You can still do damage to him.
You definitely can.
But what does that even, what does that
Wait,
mean?
So Tomb of
I don't know
Levistus
what any of
means-
this means.
That's a
Tomb of
warlock
Levistus-
ability.
The
Shush.
sword.
Tomb of Levistus lets him use essentially a shield ability. He has it's 10 temporary hit points per level, but he cannot move, cannot attack. So
And
he's a free target now.
ability to fire
but-
damage.
So he's a free target now, but you just like the bullets are gonna just kind of sink into him and not really hurt him.
Okay, well, I will do my other 2 attacks. I get 3 attacks now.
Yeah, 3 attacks.
Can I
Yes,
ask
Jess?
a question for clarity?
Yes.
2 things. 1, is that per level in general or per level of warlock?
Per level in general in the case of the sentient weapon.
So that means
Yes.
he's got 150 temp hit points.
He still has like the resistances and vulnerabilities before, except that he gains vulnerability to fire.
Natural 20.
That's a natural 20.
Roll
But that
advantage
was
again. Is more-
look at that damage.
Do I get another natural 20? No, you
one,
get
one,
4.
one on the extra damage die.
Yeah, that's
hurts,
kind of mean.
But you do double your grit stuff, so it's going to be a +8.
Oh.
So that is
Yeah,
Yeah, I knew.
It's doubled.
Hold on, wait. Is
so
this one?
19 from the first.
I knew that.
I knew that.
I knew that, and then one more.
16 from the
Fuck.
second.
Oh, it's okay. You get to hit at advantage.
You can
I
reroll.
think
You
it's a
also
roll
keep
that
rerolling that one.
again.
Oh, yeah, because
I-
you're...
Should I just roll it again and then
Just
do
roll it
advantage on
again.
that?
Technically, you roll it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would
I'm
technically
just
be
gonna roll
twice
it
more,
again.
Just
but-
roll again. You're fine, bud.
And then
That'll
I'm gonna
hit.
hit the thing.
And then,
Okay, and then plus all the stuff to that.
so with resistances 19, 16, and 14
Cody makes it so much easier.
for a total of 49. Didn't you have 4 attacks at this level?
No, it's 3.
As a
Sorry.
fighter.
Cause no, but she's
She's not full fighter.
They're,
She's not full
Right.
fighter.
they're 3-level bard.
Ro has 3 levels of Bard, which is going to be useful in this.
So,
Alright.
49 points of damage total.
Yes, so Tomb of Levistus has 101 left.
Thank you, Cody. I always will appreciate the number math. All right, that's going to be end of your turn, Ro, or is there anything else you'd like to do?
I can't really do anything else. I am 3 feet tall and I have 3 shots. That's all I got.
You can bonus
What did
action
size have to do with that?
You can bonus action to inspire or use a healing word.
You can do that.
I guess I'll do a bard and then do his inspire. Ro just looks at Mercy and goes, "Fuck!" And inspiration.
You look back and go, fuck!
Ah!
Guys are so very inspiring to each other, you know that? Mercy, it is your turn.
Yeah, I know this changes some of my plans.
I got a plan.
I had a plan. Sorry. I'm still gonna move up and hit him, though. And I've easily got the movement. So it's about 35 feet to do that.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do some hits.
Okay.
As soon as I find my sword on here again. Roll an in-person dice for the hitting, and then the damage on the game, because I didn't do that well. That's a 15 plus 11, so that definitely hits.
Okay.
Damage.
Cody.
I do have to reroll that d6, though.
Yeah.
It's
Anybody
only
watching?
+2.
So
Always
plus
have someone
2
who's
to
really
that.
good with math.
7 plus 12, 19.
19. He takes it.
So he has 82 left on temp.
It's
Next.
7 plus 11, so 18? I don't know if
A
it's
hit?
18. Yeah. Does
Did you
18
roll
hit?
with advantage?
Yeah. I told you my dice didn't like me today.
I mean, no, 18. Yeah, okay, that will hit. That will hit. Sorry,
Like-
my brain was confusing the cover thing, and I realized that's only for Ro.
Like, no, I rolled a 7 on the die, my guy. Hold on, I get to reroll both of those d6s. And that d4. A
So
little better. It's a
20
little
points
better.
first
Literally
is
1 point
up by
extra.
1,
It's a bunch of
second is
twos.
up by 1, so 16 damage total after resistances,
He takes it.
and has 66 left.
And since he ruined my plans originally, I'm just gonna... That's only a 19 to hit.
You hit with an 18 before.
You
I
hit.
know, but Connor's giving me that look that says, oh, buddy.
19 hits. You're fine.
It's a good thing he's not hasted.
I'm gonna reroll that d6 again.
Same damage.
I told you all, I'm going to die today. Just accept that and let's move on.
16 total, so he has 50 temp HP. left.
I'm not staying on top of him though, because if he breaks that, he's gonna fuck me up. And I'm smarter than that. And I still have 45 feet of movement, if I remember right. So, I'm just gonna skedaddle down here.
Left me as the closest. If he breaks out of there, he's coming for me.
He has to.
Don't worry. I have
Let's go
80
on
feet
it
of
then.
movement a turn.
I said I want to break his legs. I don't want him to break my legs.
Okay.
Very
He will. Tomb of Vistas was not broken, so he does nothing. And at the end of the turn, the tomb will break, and that is it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone, and
It
he
only
couldn't
lasts
do
a
anything
turn.
in that turn.
And he can't do anything this turn.
Yep. His hope was that you would manage to break it, so he could then take a swing at you.
Can I be a Cody real
Aha.
quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's Frenzied do?
Frenzied.
Yeah.
Frenzied is.
Isn't it an extra blow,
Let's
but you take
see.
an attack, an exhaustion every time you do that?
No,
No, you take exhaustion at the end.
for the duration of your rage. You have an additional attack as a bonus action on your turns.
That's it.
But he
But
spent his
after
turn
your
doing
rage-
nothing.
He took
After
damage.
your rage
He
ends,
took damage.
you gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Just had to make sure nothing important was happening.
No,
What was
you're
your
fine.
turn again?
However, attacks
Oh.
against him will now be at normal because he didn't reckless his turn.
I mean, you could move first and then do the shooting.
well, that's my plan. Is I'm gonna move first. I have a little bit of movement speed at least. You know what? I'm just gonna follow you.
Yeah, I was literally, Jill, I want you to know, we're so in sync. That's where I put my movement at for you.
I was like, how far is
Same
25? I was
brain.
like,
Same
I was
brain.
like, I'm gonna have to
Panic.
poke the screen and remember. And then I was like, oh, never mind. Okay, so now it's basically a straight line because I can see him.
It's a straight shot
uninjured.
now. You're good.
Okay.
I'd say if you go too much further at a certain point, he'll be like down the slope. But at this point, you're fine.
Okay.
You're still
and,
shooting headshots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now my
He's
question
trying to head
is,
glitch and he's getting clapped.
Hold on.
so I used my ready, steady, fire.
Yep.
We've discussed before. How long
End
does
of,
that last?
end of next turn.
So end of this turn.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just making
We initially did
sure.
we initially did until like end of first turn or beginning of next turn, and that was just a little too weak to be honest. So it's end of
Yeah.
next turn.
Okay. So now I do this again.
Actually, at lower levels when you only get like one shot.
And
Exactly.
then I do a habababa. Wait, is it at advantage or no?
No.
No.
You're not at
Not
advantage.
anymore. Okay. So 17 for that one.
That will just barely hit.
But it's also +4.
Oh,
Plus
that
21.
definitely hit.
Yeah.
So,
But
And
that
that's
one's
a-
a +4, which will just barely hit.
Okay.
so
And then
this is
one more.
17 from the first.
+4. That's
Ooh.
+4 to damage for all those two.
8 from the no, 10 from the second for 27, and 8 for the third, so 35 total. Which
35 total?
means he has taken 110 at this point.
Thank you, Cody.
Orvis.
Noise.
Okay. You're up next, Mercy. Actually,
Yeah.
Rose, is there anything else you want to do?
I have a question.
Okay.
So I've only used it one time, but
Okay.
the big 20-foot thing,
Yeah. Smoke ball.
that's like a thing I have to do as an attack itself, right?
It is an action.
So, AK, if you did action surge, you could do it as one of your 3.
No. So
The
what
full
it would
attack.
mean is, if you did an action surge, you could do the smoke bomb and then do 3 attacks. Spellcasting during an action surge has always been a kind of a weird thing that gets debated a lot, and effectively you can consider this a spell.
You'll explain that again the turn it happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Mercy, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna start out from a distance to do this, and then I'm gonna come up and attack him. I'm using my action surge. And speaking of spellcasting, I do have a spicy thing and I'm within range. I'm gonna use Finger of Death.
Yes, you're going to use Finger of Death on him. Okay.
Spicy finger.
Spicy finger.
Spicy finger.
It's a con save, so he'll probably make it, but still.
Gross. I
Give
hate
him
that
the
statement,
spicy
Jace.
finger. Yep, you're welcome.
However,
No.
if he is close, I will ask Gro to use Cutting Words if he's close. If Cutting Words can be used against a save, I cannot remember.
It can be.
Not against saves.
No, I thought cutting words can be used against saves.
I'm double checking it then.
Yeah, please do.
I'm not
Does it
gonna say
depend
that
on the?
because I
It
have-
might depend on the bard school.
Oh my god!
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all.
It's
The
okay.
Natural
It's
20 plus 10, 30.
It still does ridiculous damage. 7d8. And this will be plus 30. If I type this right, because I don't have a button for it. Still half of that.
So
Halved,
95 halved. No, 65 halved. Okay.
So 32.
32.
For a second,
And
I was like 95.
Yeah,
I
so
did
this
not
You
is
didn't see the plus 30, that's why.
yeah, this is actually a perfect example of spell casting with an action surge. So you cast the spell, which counts as one action, and you still have another action which you can use your attacks in. So Mercy can still make their full round, their full normal round of attacks along with that spell.
Which is 3 because I'm hasted.
You
Yep.
got a lot of 6s in that roll.
Yeah. I scored weirdly well on that, and I'm not going to complain. Moving my 40 feet up. And as she does, she's going to go, you know, you could try a little harder. And then I'm going to take my 3 attacks. This is when I roll the 2 nat 1s for my hubris. Except I don't get to roll it at advantage, because
Yeah.
it's a 4 plus 11, so 15. That's a miss.
That's a miss.
Like I said, my hubris will come into effect here. That's a second 4.
That's another
enough.
miss!
I'm just gonna roll this last attack on here. Just for... Yeah.
Oh!
On the
Hubris.
bright side, he can't use retaliation because he didn't hit him.
Wow!
Hey, remember how I said before this the dice don't let me tell a good story? Because they don't like me.
Story's being told. It's just
Mhm.
the one of your demise.
And in that case, I still have 40 feet of movement because I'm still hasted.
You're gonna fucking go!
Yeah, I'm not staying near this. Are you
Fuck
kidding
out
me?
of there.
Oh!
No,
Someone
Mercy's...
Someone walks up to you, goes, "You could try a little harder," misses you 3 times with a sword, and runs away.
To be
It's a
fair,
pretty good sword.
I never thought about the humor in this situation, to be honest.
Mercy does
Try,
talk.
Hunter. Whiff. Shit!
To be fair, Mercy does talk out of her ass a lot.
Alright, that was hilarious.
Encourage him to draw from the deck of
No.
several things. Though
He
we
doesn't
probably
have
get a
it,
card
thankfully.
that fully healed him or something.
Good news.
Although it is
Sorry.
actually the opposite of Gail's luck, though. So
Also, I did run this way so that way he couldn't hit Roe and Mercy in the same turn.
Very clever. Can
Who
hit
is
you,
bloodied?
though. He is
He's
officially bloody.
bleeding.
Okay.
That's like slow more than Mercy.
Don't worry, keep him distracted and stay alive.
You know, at least I did get Finger of Death off.
You know, you could have used your inspiration on one of those missed attacks.
I could have, but I completely
Could've.
forgot I had it.
That's fine.
No big deal. Say la vie.
Now I just have to hope he doesn't have any natural 20s.
Why did you say that? Why on earth? What possessed you to
Say
speak
that.
those words?
Can I tell you something? You know how in movies when they say, at least it's not gonna rain?
It can't get any worse from here.
It couldn't possibly get any worse.
So we're gonna play this by, like, gonna go attack by attack. He'll use Great Weapon Master on his first. He's gonna go for Reckless. Still Gale.
Also, if any of this could benefit from cutting words legally, somebody legally has to tell me if I could cutting words any of this, because I have no fucking clue how cutting words works.
Connor, do me a favor. Luck? I'm using my last luck point. We roll that.
Okay.
Mercy's officially out of luck.
Your luck extends.
Beautiful. Man, you just saved yourself from Cody. How much damage is that, bud?
That would have knocked her out.
Mercy resists the cold, right?
Yes.
So that would have been...
Oh, I wouldn't have knocked her out then.
71 damage.
I would have been nearly out.
Yeah.
I want you to know I saved that last luck for this reason.
So he comes at you, charging with an overhead swing, and for an instant, your hand just kind of reaches back towards the coin that you have of Desna.
Not the all or nothing coin, though.
Yep. And then you watch as his foot slips, and he misses you by inches, making this massive crater in the earth where the ice that just...
Oh yeah, that's still a siege weapon, isn't it?
It's still a terrifying siege weapon, yes.
I also want to point out on the D12s, 8, 9, 10, and 12 were rolled.
I know.
That was a lot of damage just in general.
Insane damage. That's a full barbarian for you. They're fucking horrifying.
They really are.
I kept my last luck point for this reason.
Great Weapon Master, one more time. Reckless.
That's a -5.
21.
Doesn't hit.
-5?
For Great Weapon Master?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yep.
No. Mercy has a 23 right now because I'm still hasted.
Yep, because you're still hasted. He'll attack normally then. It's genuinely amazing, actually.
What was it that Mercy said? You should try a little harder.
There we go.
Yes, Jace.
Wait, did you just say he was going to attack normally, so he's ignoring Reckless?
No, he is still attacking recklessly. He's not doing Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
Then that.
So,
that hits.
What hits?
15 damage total to Mercy.
Yeah, because I take half for cold.
Yeah.
I have 5 different resistances, which is fun.
That's still a hit.
I'm
meaty
not...
damage.
It's meaty damage, but it's not something Mercy can't normally take. Like, if that was the only damage he was doing, I could go a few rounds with him up close.
It's not.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the scary part. It's not.
Concentration check.
Right.
Fuck yeah, concentration check.
I'm just doing this one on the computer.
DC is 10, though.
Yep.
I have to roll a 1 for it to... I have a plus 12.
Yeah, her concentration's obscene. So on
I
a
get the
base check,
+4.
she has to roll obscenely low. Okay.
I literally...
End of league's turn.
I literally have to roll a 1 on a base check.
Rose, you're up.
Keeps happening really fast, and I don't have time to process it.
What was that laugh, Connor?
Okay. Distracted. So distracted.
I'm so stressed.
I'm gonna scoot a little bit closer.
I mean,
Scoot. Do a little scoot.
both of you hadn't been missing most of your attacks.
Again, it was a 3-time miss and then 3-time miss.
Again, I saved my luck for a reason.
2-time miss. He hit the last one.
He hit the last one.
These are these regular at advantage?
They are at advantage.
At advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did reckless on all 3 of those, so we both get advantage to hit him.
Hey, do the
And that's a natural 20.
That's a
Another
natural
one.
I
20.
don't know if I'm just gonna hit advantage
Another
anyway.
You also
Just in
restore
case.
grit.
Yeah, you do.
And
Have to
that's
go do
plus
that
You already-
8 as well.
You know, Mercy came to pick this fight. No, she doesn't get the +8 this time.
20.
It's
I don't
not.
get the plus because
right.
I my thingamajig, and then I do that, and then I do
Mercy may
this,
pick the fight, but
It-
Ro really helps.
And then I
4 damage in the
do
first,
this,
8
and I
for the
do
second,
this.
3 hits.
6 for the third. So 38 total.
Okay.
And he has taken 183 points of damage.
Yeah, he's full barbarian almost because he's only just got just enough levels in warlock to get invocations.
No, it's from the sword.
It's
It's
from the
from
weapon.
weapon.
So he just gets it from the weapon. He has no levels in
Yeah.
warlock.
He has
No,
no
yeah.
levels in warlock. It's
Uh,
all the 17 weapon.
Yep.
We're talking about a weapon that is on the same level as our Adulo,
Adulo.
which has a teleportation spell in it.
That's
So-
all. That's all I got.
What was the damage again, Cody?
38 total,
38. Thank you.
so we should be down 181. Or 183.
I'm so stressed.
I'm having a great time. I have these.
Having a great time.
I'm feeling.
Having a great
You also
time.
have taken no damage.
Yeah, that's my whole thing.
Hey,
Is that I stay away.
Don't hit me.
Don't hit me. I'm
Okay.
small.
Fun
It's,
fact, the amount of damage Mercy's taken is exactly 1/3 the damage that League has taken.
Mercy, you're up.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
3 of us in initiative. I had a feeling it was coming.
Mercy's gonna do what she does best.
No
That's-
comment.
What's 8 plus 11? 19?
That'll hit.
And I'm dumping Divine Smite starting this turn, so
Okay. Tell me when you're done with this attack and don't do anything else.
I won't. That's 1 hit. I'm gonna dump 1 Divine Smite into this.
Okay.
You can re-roll the 1.
I can reroll the 1. Oh, give me
This music is really like I already said it. It's giving me big cyberpunk vibes.
You know.
not much better, but it's something. Second
Ew.
hit.
Oh no! Stop.
Okay.
32 damage total to him,
Thank you.
which means he's taken 215.
Okay, he is going to use retaliation. Great Weapon Master,
That do.
and he's still reckless. It goes the entire time.
Yes, but Reckless only applies when you attack on your turn.
Yes.
Oh, anyways, 24 then.
No, because if you're doing it with Great
Minus
Weapon
5.
Master, that's -5.
Doesn't hit.
Ah, fuck, you're right.
I'm not gonna lie, you using Great Weapon Master saves me a lot of headache.
It does.
Wait, isn't your AC 23?
Yeah.
Uh,
But
great-
It's
it-
minus 5.
I can't substitute numbers from the rolls on Great Weapon Master
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It doesn't
And
let me, so we
it's
have
not
to
the
do
20.
it after the fact.
It's not the
Yeah.
28. He wasn't supposed to do advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, with
Because-
reckless, it's no reactions or anything like that get advantage. It's only the attacks on your turn.
Yeah.
Oh. Got it.
I'm just following along with what those 3 are saying. And praying.
I mean, fair.
That's a 21 to hit.
Hit.
Damage. Dumping another Divine Smite 3rd level, which is my last of my 3rd level spells.
$25 damage total. So he's at 240 taken.
Okay, let me quickly check one thing. I think I might be mixing this up with a later ability, in which case I can't do it.
If you're thinking about Relentless, he should. I want you to know I'm shaking on the inside.
That's fair. I'm shaking on the outside.
Me too. I haven't eaten a lot today. I
Oh.
had
What the
pepperoni
fuck,
rolls.
Jill?
I had 2
Immediately-
pepperoni rolls and a cup of coffee.
Okay,
the
that's- I'm not gonna
Relentless
lie. That's
is
more than
11th
sometimes you eat
level.
before I come over.
2 pepperoni rolls, cup of coffee.
Yep, you're right. Relentless is at 11th level.
DC 10 for the first one, each subsequent
And then it rises
one
by
before
5.
the next
By 5 each one.
rest.
Yep. So he is gonna
I only
make
know this
on-
because I've tried to build a barbarian.
He goes down.
That's the only way he could have failed. He goes down.
Whoa.
Connor, remember
I-
what I said about this only being a couple rounds?
The
I can't
dice
believe
tell
that.
the story. The dice,
dice
tell
tell
the
the
story.
story.
That's legitimately amazing.
Holy
Does he have?
shit.
Does he have anything to? He can't stop it.
Nope.
That's
The sheer number of
That's
both
amazing.
nat 1s and nat 20s
Yeah.
in this 3-person, like 4-round fight. If that, it wasn't counting rounds.
Desna's on my side right
Oh
now.
my god.
That was genuine. That's the only role he could have failed
Yeah.
this on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same with
Um,
Mercy.
So, you strike him one more time with your blade, putting him well beyond the point of being able to continue fighting, and you watch as he takes the hit, stays on his feet for a second, and then collapses.
Can I do two things real quick?
Sure.
I'm kicking his weapon far away from him.
Kick it towards Ro. I want to try to
Okay.
pick it up.
I do need to say one thing. You kick it away, and you watch as the ice snake is like grabbing onto his hand with its teeth. It's not letting itself be pulled away from you.
Alright. Well, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Keep your gun trained on him.
Duh. What?
And Mercy's gonna kneel down and just put 5 lay on hands on him so that way he gets back up.
You could do one if you.
I could, but it doesn't really make a difference because he gets relentless back when he gets up. So if he decides to keep attacking, 1 versus 5 is not going to make much difference.
Yeah.
What's
Relentless
lay on
doesn't
hands
be
for you?
What do you mean?
Like, is it an action or a bonus action?
Bonus action, I think?
No, it's an action.
It's an action.
Yeah, it's an action.
Would you allow me 1 death save?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, because technically you would just have just enough time to make 1 death save.
Be good net 20 and get. up.
That is the thing. I'm kind of like, what if he does this?
Yeah, he does have a level of exhaustion. No.
Nope. He fails the death save too.
Bleeding out more.
He has a level of exhaustion, and because he hasn't short rested, even though he failed, the DC of Relentless is 15.
It is 15, yeah.
And I specifically do how I do my lay on hands a very specific way.
Sure.
I want to put my knee on his chest, pull off his helmet, and then very gently actually lay the hand on his cheek.
Slap the shit out.
I thought about slapping him, but at this point, we've already beat the shit out of him.
Just say, hey, hey!
Just like hand on cheek, switch to middle finger.
Exactly.
As you plant your knee upon Gale, realizing full well that this could have gone so much worse if luck hadn't been on your side in this fight.
Ro hadn't been here. Good God, thank God for
Genuinely
Ro.
fucking amazing.
I'm not gonna lie. I love bringing Ro places because it's just guaranteed damage.
Actually, wait, hold on. Did you say 5 lay on hands?
Yeah, 5.
Okay, he doesn't wake up. He's at 0.
What? Why?
Because you knocked him to 240. He has 235 just like Gale. He's at 0 health.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it would
he's
have
still
been reset at the death
unconscious.
save.
That's not how that. Wait,
know that's not how that
how we've
works.
ever done it.
It's still funny though. So you can wake him up if you want, but you can also just leave him unconscious.
Nah, she's gonna give it a second and then shake him up.
Okay, that's fine. I did think that was very funny though.
That is funny.
You
That's
got
it.
to exactly 0.
The thing is, I would have kept healing him until he got
I know.
out. I had
Can't blame
50
me for going for some humor though.
Hold on. Actually, I need to change that. I don't have 55 lay on hands because I'm a level 12 paladin now. I have 60 lay on hands.
Yeah,
Mhm.
60.
I have ridiculous amount of healing if it's ever bad.
And you plant your knee on the duplicate's chest. And you heal him. And you see his eyes open back up as the blood that is pouring out of him begins to freeze on his body. And he picks himself back up.
No.
You can make an athletics check against him if you want.
Yeah. I'm still hasted, buddy.
I know you are.
And he has disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
It is a disadvantage.
Because he is exhausted.
Look, I gotta play the character the way the character goes.
No, that's fair.
I'll shoot him in the ankle.
I want you
How
to
much that would
know
hurt?
it will not take him much to beat me. Yeah, no, he beats me.
Disadvantage.
It's disadvantage.
He still beats me.
What'd
I
you
rolled a
fucking
5.
roll?
I rolled a 5 on the die. With advantage, by the way, the other one was a 1.
Jesus Christ, Jessica.
This is why I want you to know this is another reason I brought Ro. Because
I'll use my extreme athletics, my athleticism.
No, that's not what I mean.
And I'll take his ass down.
Bro,
I
grabbing
mean-
onto the duplicate's leg.
See, the problem is, we've made a joke before about Ro's strength being shitty when she tried to lift my sword before it was mithril, and rolled a natural 20 and fucking backpedaled that entire point.
Bro, judo throws the duplicate.
It's mother's adrenaline kicking in. Sometimes I can lift up carriages. Only sometimes, though.
I mean, you can certainly try if you want to.
That's the
Bro,
thing. I don't
do
know
you-
if I want to.
Bro, do you think of me as your daughter figure?
We're like a bother figure. No, Ro will get a little closer. I'm just gonna scoot my little boot a little closer. I don't know which one was 25, so I'm gonna. Oh, it tells me. Oh, this game rules.
Yeah.
The gun is still trained on League. If he starts acting up, don't act up.
All right. So, Gael, I keep calling him Gael, League, lifts himself up, effectively kind of like pushing you off during the lift, and he does kind of grab his hammer in his hand again.
You feel a little better?
And you see his eyes are trained on something else.
What's he looking at?
You see that coming from this direction, there appears to be a humanoid that is walking towards you three. He looks terribly emaciated, extremely skinny, not a shred of hair on his body, eyebrows, beard, head shaved, but you see he is smiling.
I'm stepping in front of League since he's pretty fucked up right now.
Hold on a second, let me change the music.
God damn it, are we about to fall into a second fucking fight? Connor!
Go home, Connor.
I almost killed him!
And this skinny, emaciated man wearing rags in the middle of winter, with an unnerving smile upon his face, walks closer to you all.
Do you know what that is?
I've never seen that in my life.
Oh, cool. Bro, please tell me you've changed where your gun is trained.
Absolutely.
And you see that the frost giants who are like in this camp, how kind of stop what they're doing and are just kind of looking at this ill-clothed, emaciated man.
Popping divine sense.
He is not dead. He's not undead. He is not a demon. He is not a fiend. Fae. Nothing odd about him, except his fairy nature.
Howdy, stranger.
At last, I found you. I come bearing a message.
One of us.
You,
Mm.
the daughter.
Oh,
I come bearing you a message from your father.
the second he's done talking, shoot him in the throat.
Your presence is not needed.
That's worse.
Neither yours nor your other siblings.
That's
You may
worse.
do as you please. He sends you away with his blessings.
Oh, shoot him.
Shoot, dude, hold on.
Okay. Make an
Ish.
attack against him.
I'm getting there. Roll.
That'll hit.
Will 10 damage kill him?
Please?
No. You shoot him, and this terribly emaciated man takes the bullet, stumbles slightly, and then puts his hands together. That was my message. I have nothing else to say. Thank you for your time. And he starts to walk towards the bonfire.
As he goes, Mercy's just going to say to him, I hope whatever pit of hell you burn in makes up for everything you've done in life.
He does not respond to you, but hands searing upon the burning logs, he climbs himself up, shaking to the top of the bonfire, puts his hands out to his sides, and then drops.
You think our friends are going to be mad about what he just said to us?
Sorry, I'm just stuck on the fact that we just watched a man throw himself into a fire. I'm a little fucked up about that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's a little fucked up.
It's a little fucked up, right?
It's a little fucked up, isn't it, friend?
It's a little fucked up, isn't it?
She's looking back at League of Sheik.
I know, that was my reaction. Gail is just kind of...
A little fucked up.
Bud?
All right. Yeah, get your bags. Come on. We gotta go.
Yep. We gotta get a name for you.
I don't think I need one.
No, even a weapon needs a name.
Needs a name. Come on.
No, they don't. I can convince the rest of them to fight if you'd like.
For the best, considering what we just got told.
They'll do as they please, but they're more likely to run into a fight without any second guessing.
This is probably going to be the best fight you're going to find for at least a couple centuries.
You're not selling me on anything.
I know.
I
I'm
lost
just
the
saying
fight
this out
already.
loud.
I already understand my position.
What's your position?
I'm going to be listening to you. That's my job.
Not what my position was.
Now, as
I
for the
wanted-
rest of them, they'll run headlong into any fight you put in front of them. It won't take very much. And he looks back over at the bonfire. It's now burning a little oddly. Let's go.
Work on your self-esteem.
My self-esteem is fine. I know who I am.
Are the others going to be mad at me for what just happened?
Yes. I don't know what if you do you want me to lie? No. They're gonna be mad that we snuck off and found Feral, not Gale, and then got told that everything's peachy keen with your dad. They're gonna be so happy. I'm not even. Yes.
you think Haru's having a better time than us with his family?
Yes.
Hard cut. The rest of you are all having a nice dinner with the family of Haru. Haru, upon your very entrance to the building, I don't know why the music didn't play, but whatever.
I was gonna say, why is it creepy music?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. Haru, upon your entrance to the area, it was a happy reunion. Your mother, doting as always, was happy to grab hold of you and pull you into a very, very large hug. Your father, a not necessarily stern man, but stoic, broke slightly with the sight of you returning home. And as is customary, your companions, Maddie, Gael, Dea, Erudite, they were all invited in for a meal.
As for their names, Haru's father's named Jiro, and his mother's named Ine.
Hey, Connor, I have a question.
No, Mercy, not you.
Huh? Michelle.
Don't worry.
What?
No, not you. I accidentally spoke as Mercy.
Oh, okay. I have a question. Would Rudy know about customs and stuff here in this country? And
I'd imagine you'd be aware of it, certainly.
okay, because I feel like she would have studied before coming here. She does not know the native language, but I thought about taking up, and I never did, which is my fault. But yeah, okay. So yeah, she'll be as respectful as possible.
Yep. Now for the rest of you, Gail, how would you be acting?
Polite.
Okay. Dea?
Yeah, she'd also be pretty polite, very like quiet and awkward, like just kind of like, yep, good food, thank you.
Maddie?
Pretty polite. It's nothing normal. Well, I mean, if they have some knowledge of cuisine, she'll probably ask them in some way. So
Of what?
like like food wise, because it's different.
Oh yes. Yeah, yes, absolutely. I mean, that's actually going to be one of the most notable things for Maddie. The food here is completely different from what you're used to with Odela. Odela is typically many pastries or dough-based objects. There are instead for this meal what appears to be some kind of a clear broth soup with a heaping pile of long, kind of not rubbery noodles, but like bouncy texture noodles along the sides. This clear soup has what appears to be multiple, mostly vegetables that are inside of it.
The term you were looking for would be pliant.
That's it, pliant. It appears the vegetable, the stock is mostly vegetables. It looks to be some amount of seaweed, but not much, as if it was something that was broken out for a special occasion. There is leek, some carrots, what appears to be some kind of sprout, as well as what appear to be almost like cakes made of rice cakes. On top of that, there are multiple other things that are prepared. Full fish, essentially. They are descaled and presented in a way so that one could get access to the fillet and pick off what you wanted. But full fish are presented to the table and given to any whom would wish to eat it. And there is also a length of what appears to be very, very thick cut, very crispy pork belly.
Pork cutlet.
Does the rest of the party know how to use chopsticks?
I'm going to say, for most of them, fuck no.
No.
Rudy knows about it in theory, but has never attempted it.
Yeah,
So like she's
that's
attempting.
two very different things. I will
That's what
say.
I'm saying. She's trying, but like
I don't
she's
know
failing.
if Dea would know. She'd
No,
probably be
sleight
like
of hand checks from everybody.
Okay.
she'd probably be about as good as I am, as in like she's maybe done it a couple times from just traveling around a lot, but
Yeah, Jill,
but not a
I
native.
really want some fucking pork belly now.
How big are the chopsticks?
Not
Yeah,
your
like,
size, buddy.
Disadvantage. Got it. Well, that's a 7 plus. What do we got? Like 2?
The
I think-
lesbians rolled the same die number, but not the same final number.
Did you roll
Yeah.
a fucking 1?
I did.
Oh my god!
The,
Both Gail and Rudy are in fact holding chopsticks in both
the way
hands.
to
like
practice with them is to transfer like M&Ms from one bowl to another because
Again,
there's
Theory is so different from actually doing things, and Rudy is failing very badly. One flies.
So, yeah,
I'm-
Michelle hit the
I'm-
nail on the head.
I'm gonna be completely honest. My apologies if I'm offending you in any way. This is the third of these sets that I've had, and I just keep breaking them. I'm just, I'm going to respectfully just use my hands. Apologies in advance. This is actually very delicious.
It is fine. I
Every-
understand you are certainly not from our culture, as I do not believe I've seen a filbog of your stature or appearance. The ones we occasionally see look very different from you. They are significantly hairier.
Run into at least one other type of firebolt, so that will make sense. Hoping to meet a few actually myself.
Indeed. So do not worry. And this is Jiro,
Mhm.
Haru's father speaking. I do not take offense.
When Rudy's trying hers, one flies out, and she's just like, "I'm sorry, I'm not good at this."
Yeah. Maddie is managing. You are managing to do well enough with chopsticks.
I'm learning.
Yes, you're learning. It's slower, but you are still managing to do it. Dea, it's just like using thieves tools. It's just like using thieves tools. It's a little different. It's like doing it one-handed, which is weird. You don't do that. But you can do this. This is fine.
but putting enough pressure to hold and pick something up, but not so much that it like
Breaks something?
squeezes and falls out.
Perfect. So Dea's doing very well, and the meal is good. It is simple food, but it is still well made food. There's also what appear to be these large, not large, but decent sized blocks of this kind of white, firm, material. It doesn't have too much of a taste to it. It's kind of vaguely umami, but it takes on mostly the actual taste of what it is put with. So if you have it in soup, it tastes a lot like the soup broth. It's tofu.
Yeah.
So, son, how have you been? Where have you been?
I believe last time I passed through, I was headed up north to deal with an infection that was spreading throughout a small village. But after that, my travels took me to the coast. It was for some time that I was on the sea when I encountered these people, and my assistance was needed. I will not go into too many details, but
This
there
is fine.
has
You do
been
not
much
need to
travel.
go into much detail. It is perfectly acceptable for you to have your own duties. Your own duties you must pay attention to. You've grown to a fine young man. I'm very proud of you.
I'm honored to receive such praise. Has business been going well here?
It has been quieter, which I also will not complain about. But it is unpleasant during the winter. For as much as our coats may help during the time, it is still cold occasionally. There's not very much one can do about it.
Yes. It is a bit unfortunate that we cannot stay for terribly long. No more than a few days. But there is a conflict that is growing, and the services of a healer will be required for those caught up in it.
That is understandable. Like I said, I am not bothered by you having your own duties and objectives you must attain. That is perfectly acceptable. I will ask, what are these worries, these conflicts you speak of? I have not heard of much in regards to any conflicts occurring in Seogia.
There is a war that is taking shape on another continent. And the current one who is leading it does not care who or what is caught up in it. I am not going to be fighting any of them, but I will do my best to help these people and any civilians there to make it through this conflict. And even after, there is a lot of imbalance in this world. It might be a very long time before I'm home again.
Well, I can see you have much time at your disposal. He regards your now 8 tails.
That
You've grown very well. I will ask, tell me the appearance of the banners these armies march under. I do not expect to do any fighting myself, but if worse comes to worse, I would like to know who to avoid.
Who does know the symbols and stuff that were...
Yeah, you would know both the symbols for Maleris's armies and armies, cultists.
He's going to make
and-
them more basic, like leave out some of the details so that if someone is trying to trace those symbols, they don't show up. But
yeah, I get it.
similar enough that if you
One
glance
can
at
get
you're
the
like,
impression.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. And your father kind of like blinks twice and kind of regards these symbols and then nods. One can only be so careful.
Speaking of, how do Haru's parents look physically?
They
Like,
look to be in good condition. They're certainly older, but they are not old. I mean, Haru is currently what? How old is Haru?
by this point, 34.
Yeah, they're not old by any means. I mean, let me double check where they would fall. As
Yeah.
yeah, they're like 60. They're not terribly old. And you know that they could live to easily be 100. So
Mhm.
they are probably around middle to late. But they're in good shape. They appear to be well enough to continue working. You know, they look like they can hold themselves.
I have something for you, but I must request that it not be opened until the beginning of fall. Once you see the contents, you should understand the purpose of this.
I can do this. That is fine.
And has a small envelope as well as a pouch.
You provide it to your father, who will.
And I'll let you know what those are probably during break.
Yeah, you can do so.
'cause-
Your father will take the pouch and the envelope. He will hand it to your mother, who will quickly excuse herself and then put it elsewhere to be opened at a later date. I realize that the food may not be what you are all used to, but I do hope you all have enjoyed the meal.
It's really good, actually.
Yeah, it was very nice. Thank you.
Rudy's still struggling a little bit. Like things are sliding off, and she's just like, "Yeah, it's very good, thank you."
Gail's eaten at like 3 servings at this point.
Dolly, how's Maddie reacting?
Oh, I think she just likes trying new food, so it's
That's
nothing
fair.
different.
It's fair. It's fun to do. Is there anything else you guys want to do while interacting with Haru's parents?
No, Gail's just trying not to embarrass Haru.
Okay. Do you have any baby pictures?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like you can see Gail every once in a while. Gail has like a comment or like tries to chime in on a story and is like, he kind of bites his tongue a little bit. Yeah, just,
But
gonna be nice for Haru.
listen, they are too poor to even get a sketch made, let alone
Yeah.
pictures.
They are not wealthy individuals, so they sadly don't even have sketches.
Day's not really she's really bad at conversation. But before they leave, she is going to slip like, I don't know, like 10 gold pieces under the table. Like already.
I mean, Haru would
Where did this come
probably
from?
try to make sure you didn't, because it,
Wrong.
it
You
would
can't-
be
He's
you
going to.
accept the hospitality and
This is-
Wrong.
I will say this will be contested.
I rolled both because I wasn't sure, but
That's
they're
fair. That is definitely fair.
Do we know what kind of shop Haru's family runs?
The general
it
store.
was
Yeah.
his uncle's. All right,
It was the one. It was
I
the one
have-
that his uncle was
I
running.
would need a net 20.
Yeah, I know. That was like.
Oh yes, you. I love this game. It's so dumb.
This has been a wild ssession for rolls.
The ad stay is like putting your hand there, Haru would just kind of lightly on the wrist.
It's just to help them out a little bit. I'm not paying them.
The dice tell the story.
It,
Just-
Nice tell the story.
Like, and then, like-
it is disrespectful to not simply accept hospitality.
Yeah, could I like accept hospitality and then
If you wish
you know what?
to
It's fine.
help support, you can buy some supplies from the store.
It's
That's
fine.
what I was gonna do.
As an aside, she's gonna break into the general store. and leave-
Dea is going to break into the general store and leave money.
That I don't think I'd even need to roll because of
She's
life
gonna-
sense.
yeah.
No.
No, she's gonna do that like because I'm imagining them
Middle of the
spending like
night.
another night there
yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever, and she's just
It's-
gonna be like, "Gonna be right back."
Boy, the fucking image of everybody being asleep and Dea's time to break in. Then
Like,
leaving
why-
money like some fucked up Robin Hood.
Why is
Who
this
just
like
broke into
party?
their fucking house to leave money behind.
This is the opposite of Ro from earlier in the campaign, who just broke into rearranged furniture.
This party has no boundary.
No,
No.
no. They don't have
No.
any fucking boundaries at all. It's astonishing, really.
Boundaries
already
are for weak people.
I accidentally deleted all my gold.
Oh my god.
Do you know how much you had?
They get all
Oh
her
my
gold
god!
back.
Are you
Look at
fucking
everything.
kidding me?
Becca, get to the stream and look what you had. God damn it.
There's no
Oh.
idea.
Her side's
why.
not being streamed. She can't find out.
Nope.
I think it was like 1,300 or something around that.
I'm gonna be real
I'm
honest.
gonna.
Fuking Christ.
Just
That's
put
incredible.
Should we just play this off as Dea leaving all her money there?
I mean, we could.
They,
No.
that-
They go, what the fuck?
That's so much. It's at least 1,300.
They would obviously
I-
know who did it.
Yes, absolutely.
It's
The next day being like, I can't buy anything. No reason.
that you you wouldn't even be able to hide that amount.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thought. I was like, how
No.
the fuck are you gonna hide
No,
1,300
no.
coins?
She's gonna hide like $10, 10 gold pieces, and I'm putting 1,360 in my inventory because I know it was I'm honestly I'm probably lowballing it by like 100 or two.
I honestly want to use my
funny,
DM
she-
ruling and say no.
No, but there's no
Only
idea
leave
what-
yourself with 500 gold as Dea leaves a bunch of money in their store.
Connor, that's
Even
really
better.
cruel,
No,
though.
Oh, even better. Dea hides a bunch of it and then just on the way out trips and drops in the money pouch, drops open and a bunch of extra just falls out.
No, I
If you
know.
call it-
it's-
if you call it cool, you have a character walking around with essentially infinite money right now.
That character doesn't care.
But she's not gonna spend it for like buying something. That's not fair.
I think it was. I know the last two digits was 70,
That's all I have
and
left now.
I know it was over.
There's 70 gold left.
No, I know it was over 1,000.
Yeah,
It might have
we
been
got-
like in the 1,500s, but like as I said, I'm lowballing it a little bit. I know.
Well, let's just put it at 1,070 gold,
nah,
and
we each
however
got,
much
like,
was there is gone.
we each got like
Yes.
12,000 or something
That's
from.
so mean. You took away like 500 gold then.
Are you going to use it for anything?
I need this for my retirement fund.
You're literally going to be working a job.
If you ask kindly, I'm sure that we could get you 500
Yeah.
gold.
Seriously.
All
fine.
right,
Everybody
all
has more money
right.
than you. Wow,
This is
that's
fucking
sad.
hilarious.
This is amazing.
I was
She has
just
more money
trying.
than
I
you.
accidentally typed in a slash, and I was trying to delete it. And when you click in, it highlights everything.
Did you not try Control Z?
I
don't think
tried
that
it. There's no
works.
Oh,
undo.
it doesn't. You're right. Yeah.
Like,
Just
Damn.
put it to
actually,
just put it to
shit.
1,070. You'll be fine. Don't worry.
All right.
As a mysterious benefactor has left a lot of money.
Now it's Haru's parents' retirement fund.
There you go. I will say one thing, kind of learning that they have the general store and everything, and being completely unaware of what Dea is doing.
No.
Gail is going to not break in. And do they have? what kind of stuff do they have at the general store? Because I'm assuming it's not like some like super bougie high end thing.
No, it's a lot of very practical general goods stuff. So
Okay.
like farming tools,
Basic
kits for
equipment,
basic
traveling clothes, and winter clothes and stuff like that.
Yes, winter
Lovely.
clothes, absolutely.
I was gonna say Rudy was gonna do the same. Rudy was gonna go to the general store and spend money there. That's how she was going to show her thanks.
Why is
Gail-
everyone going to the general store?
To sure, thanks.
Look, one of our teammates has nice parents,
Yes.
and it's so unusual to us.
Why we go to
And
the
we want to
bakery
make
all
sure
the
they're
time,
well off.
Charlie.
Yeah.
That's why we support Finn so much. He's
I honestly-
nice.
I honestly don't have to do anything for this scene. You guys are just leaving money.
Gail,
It's like any good parent is like a placebo for all the other parents.
Good parents deserve to be rewarded for not being a shitlord.
hmm Gail's gonna buy a shovel.
Okay.
And do they have like a lantern?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they'd
Gail-
have like lanterns.
Gail's gonna buy a shovel and a lantern and leave them 50 gold and thank them and walk out the door.
You
That's what they cost where I'm from. So you keep
it's
the
like
change.
you Haru, we'll say Haru is there just for the sake of humor. As Haru's uncle looks at him and goes, kind of like pursed lip glares at Haru, like you're fucking friends for being
Just
generous.
like, I would just be like,
How much can it hold on?
Rubs
Really,
eyes.
honestly,
How much can a banana cost?
how much can a shovel cost? Like 30 gold? It's nothing. Don't even worry about it.
Actually, a banana would probably cost way more than a shovel here.
True, it
because
probably
it's-
would actually.
It would have to somehow get from a tropical environment
All the way
several
up to this environment.
weeks or months across an ocean, across a bunch of land, to the middle of like cold
Yeah.
here,
It'd be
Mhm.
like Europeans getting pineapples.
and still be fresh.
Oh yeah.
So, Michelle, what is Erudite going to do?
Is there
I
like
have 3
paper and
shovels
like
now.
notebooks and stuff? Is there like
Yeah.
stationery?
Yeah,
So she'll
just
buy a
stationery.
couple notebooks. Do we have we need rations because we're going to be in the desert. Even if like maybe for some reason we can't do the mansion, like rations would probably be good to have. Right? So like rations for the group, like a bunch of rations, like I don't know, like 100. Rudy doesn't know how to do this.
100 rations.
Rudy is
As
not
you have,
smart.
as you can make a mansion that creates food.
Right, but what if the mansion doesn't work? This is how she's thinking.
And what if Gail can't find any food?
We're
Which
gonna be
is
in
What
the
Yeah.
if Gale
desert.
loses his snack pouch with like enough to feed an
He's-
army in
yeah,
it?
literally enough to feed an army at this point.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna
It's a
go
good
back.
idea.
We
Everybody
almost
have
literally
100.
just had a how much does a banana cost moment? Like just then, like just fucking then.
I will point out Rudy's survival is a +1. She has no knowledge about any of this. Like they haven't needed like anyway.
One day's
Where'd
worth
that
of
go?
rations cost 5 silver and weighs 2 pounds, so you'll have to probably put it in the snack pouch. Because
Yeah.
that would be 200 pounds of rations,
Yeah, no, that'll go in the snack pouch.
and it would be 50 gold for that much.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna overpay for everything. I already have intentions of overpaying, so it's fine. I'm thinking, like probably a winter coat while we're here.
Yep.
Even though I won't need it in the summer when we get to Prishisha, but it'll be good to have for here.
Actually,
Notebook, stuff to write with. Actually, a few notebooks. How much are our notebooks? I actually have a reason for asking this.
How much are like a few notebooks?
I need 25. I need a few things that are like 25 gold pieces worth of things for divination. You need 25 gold piece worth of stuff.
let me
Oh,
see if it's in
okay,
the
okay.
Dungeon Master.
And I feel like I
Let me
want to
check.
do like related to stuff, like
Yeah.
notebooks or
Give
like
me-
stuff to write with, or because like
I
I
mean,
had cogs, but I think I
Shush, let me talk. I would say one of the best options to that would probably be something like a Tinker's Kit,
okay.
which they would probably have like one
Okay.
in their shop.
A book, like full book, nothing in it is 25 gold, but that's
Yeah.
probably like 200 pages, and part of that is the binding of book is really expensive at the time.
Tinker's tools are about 50.
Okay.
And actually, any sort of like snowshoes could actually be practical in desert, going over sand.
This is also very true, actually.
Okay. I can purchase shoes for everyone.
Mhm.
So like 8 pairs, 7 pairs, 7 pairs, 7 pairs, 7 pairs. Math bad, because I don't know about League yet. So
Mhm.
7 pairs. Actually 8 pairs, because we'll buy Gale 2 sets and like put them together to make a very big one. He can't fit in a regular snowshoe. This is true, and
Alright. You know, that's fair, as you are duct taping 2 snowshoes together to make bigger ones.
we can use mending,
Yeah.
or Ro can use alter shape to like. Anyway.
And if you wondered why Haru didn't visit family previously,
It wasn't because of the family, it was because of us.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll buy a Tinker, I'll buy 8 snowshoes, and then I'll buy a couple of notebooks. And that's it.
So, yeah, and for the rations that you buy, you'd
Yeah.
be getting a lot of something called pemmican, which is essentially a dried jerky that is pounded into almost like a fiber-like or dust-like mixture, which is then mixed with animal fat and berries, and it's essentially like a power bar.
Okay.
Hmm.
Cool.
Though you could also technically boil it in a
You could.
pot to
I
make a
wouldn't.
stew base.
Yeah.
It would be very fatty. And
So what is the total for all of that?
So remind me again what it was. It was
100 rations, so I think that's
50,
50 gold. 2 notebooks,
another 50 total.
100, and then the Tinker's set, which is another 50, 150. And then I don't know how much the snowshoes are. 8 pairs of
snowshoes. We'll just call them like a gold each.
So 8. So 158. I will put down 200, and I will
Okay.
leave 200. And he will deal with it.
Yeah, he will deal with it as everyone who isn't Haru skitters out of the general store as fast as possible, leaving Haru with his uncle, who's just kind of glaring at him like, "Look at what your fucking friends are doing. They're being nice."
I didn't do anything.
You're right, Matt. What has Maddie done?
Nothing. She didn't do anything.
Also,
She was gonna-
Is there anything Maddie needs to pick up from the general store?
I was just gonna buy food, to be honest, but then pay with the actual price because I know for a fact you guys do it for Finn, so it's gonna like I'm not gonna piss off another parent. Pay off more
We
than
will
it
say you're able to get about 10 gold's worth of various spices that are pretty much native to Seoge, and you would not have had access to.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
Finn would
nice.
like
Yeah.
those. I forgot.
Which is
Oh.
it's a pretty decent amount. Like it'll last you a good couple of years.
I'll say the average income for a commoner each day in D&D settings is 1 silver. And this does not take into account what they spend for supplies, and in COG most of the commoners are kind of below the average
serfs.
threshold, so they probably make the equivalent of like 1 or 2 copper a day plus food.
Well, buddy, we're bringing your
So-
family up above the.
We just stimulated the economy, y'all. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
It's a good thing Ro's not there because Ro breaks economies, not stimulates them.
True.
Oh, goes, you need another merchant king. Here you go.
No.
Drops
Roll the
literally
merchant
just a
king.
pocket full of something. Here you go.
Connor, another question which is
What's
up
up?
to you. When
Uh-huh.
Haru was last visiting his family, probably 3 years ago, at the time, he did not, his parents didn't have any child and his uncle didn't have any child, so it's up to you if there's other family.
So, other family, he probably would have siblings, but they likely would be working in their own lives and their own families, so they're not nearby. At least not super nearby. Like, they would be a matter of, like, a day or two's travel in one direction.
Well,
But, like,
Probably
it's
mostly in the city.
yeah, a lot of people are probably working in the city, which is fair right now. But aside from that, is there anything else you guys would like to do as far as scenes go with Haru's family?
Probably a private conversation between Haru and his parents.
Okay. So at some point you would be able to shoo the rest of the party out of the house to have them not snooping.
While they're buying
Yeah,
all the
while they're buying
stuff and leaving
buying
like
stuff and tormenting your poor uncle.
like a 1000% tip.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops. Yeah, so what would you want to talk to your parents about?
It would be kind of a difficult thing to bring up, but it would probably be. I know it. I have not done very much work to explain the kind of work I do besides broad sense, but there is a possibility that, come what may, through this conflict and whatever happens afterwards, I might not have the chance to see you again.
Son, I was aware of that possibility when you mentioned the fact that you were going into a conflict. I am aware that there is the possibility you could not return. But I choose to have faith in you and your companions that you will return in time.
In my short time outside of this country, I have seen many places. Each has their own struggles, and while we might not be well off here, most of the people are comfortable enough that they need not worry about their survival. This is not the case elsewhere, be it policies or those in charge. And part of my work has been to help resolve these differences. And I truly don't know if it is possible. But I've always been thankful for the opportunities that you gave me, all of the sacrifices you had to make.
My son, I can simply tell you that I am proud of you. I don't have a long-winded explanation for that. I don't have any diatribe to go on about your actions or what have you. You have simply made me proud.
I hope someday I can feel for myself that I've lived up to what you have done. I know you already believe that, but there's still so much I must do. Please stay safe here. And should anything happen, if I'm not able to come and help, know that my allies will do whatever they can.
I will keep that in mind. But I also am confident that you will return.
I would like to hug them. And I probably won't know because they can't see, but he is crying.
They will gladly pull you into a hug.
His party hasn't really seen emotions from him.
And we still don't that you did this in private.
Of course. Because it is
It's the way it
rude.
is.
It is rude to bring any personal issues or family drama in front of guests.
He knows what he's playing, in fairness. So, that leads me back to another group. Mercy and Ro. And now the third individual coming with you.
He's got a name. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah. Many names.
Well, we have different names picked.
Great. What's your fucking plan for getting back to the rest of the party?
I have a comm disc.
Oh, good. Okay.
And I'm gonna go to the tree that we came at. And we're gonna call Gael.
Oh.
He's gonna pick a tree near him and summon us back.
Okay.
We kind of also have to convince the giants to go across the water and fight in a war in a desert.
We will say that the individual that we are knowing as League will tell them where the fight is. And the giants are gonna have to figure that the fuck out.
I'll get that.
Simply because I, Connor, from a logistics standpoint, do not know how I would do that. And how I would get multiple frost giants across the ocean.
We're just gonna explain it away. Rule
Yeah.
of cool, it's magic.
They're just gonna show
worry
up and they're
about
gonna be like, but we're gonna be like, how'd you get here?
Don't worry about it.
And they'll be like, well, you see, and then a
Actually-
truck goes by.
Do not worry.
Do not worry.
What was that?
You know in the Emperor's New Groove when they're like, how did you get here before us? And Kronk goes, that's an excellent question.
Yeah, by all
By all means, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we're just gonna be
Well-
like, yeah, whatever, it's fine.
They're going
Actually,
to.
teleportation circle specifies any creature.
It's true, so they can use a teleportation circle. They probably do have a
Do
sovereign.
these giants know teleportation circles?
They actually probably do have a sovereign who or
Giant
whoever
wizard?
for them. So
But
it's a fair chance they'd have a pretty powerful caster.
But say
Fair.
if they're tribal, most tribes have shamans.
Yeah, that's
It might not be the
true.
spell directly, but they probably
It'd be
be able to
something like it.
replicate
Some sort
most
of
magical
yeah.
effects and wounds.
Not, I already had a plan for this. We were going to rent out as many ships as we could using
No,
Rose money and
one
individually
giant
transport them.
That's what
across.
you went with? I was gonna have them
No.
migrate over on an iceberg like polar bears.
What the fuck?
Nature's boat. Nature's boat.
I'm
Mhm.
glad we both went similar paths.
Sorry, Jolly.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So yeah, they will do their best to arrive on time.
Oh, if
Uh,
you don't get started too quickly. You know, have fun.
So, you are going to reach out to Gail.
Hold on, I have to feel like this generation when they do a phone. No, they
What?
don't do that, Connor.
Freaks.
I hate that, actually, extremely
I
a
do.
lot.
This, I hate this.
I
This makes more
knew
sense.
it happened. Well, this doesn't make sense. If you're used to a smartphone, smartphones are just the one
Wow.
screen. But we're used to both the shaped, like, handheld and the flip phones.
It bothers
No.
me.
Gail,
Hmm.
I have a couple things. One,
All
how
right.
do you say friend in Elvish?
That would be a broth.
Ibrath. Ibrath.
A broth.
Ibrath. 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 And Mercy's pointing at League as she says that.
Fuck off.
No. Anyways. We did the thing.
All right.
The Frost Giants are heading to Patricia.
All right.
Is Gail with anyone during this call?
I don't know.
That's up to you, dude.
It really depends on when the call is happening and like.
I'm not gonna lie. I wanted it to be the same day, but knowing us, you wouldn't let us do that.
I mean, no, I'll say it's within the same day. So, Ibroth, as you're calling him, is death's door.
Yeah.
Still had enough wherewithal to tell you to fuck off for that name you tried to put on him.
No, that's his name.
Uh-huh. And I will say you guys have just kind of wreaked a form of societal havoc in the uncle's general store by leaving way too much money.
Oops.
It's later in the afternoon, so it's getting dark. But actually no, it's still kind of light out in this case. But like it's starting to get later in the afternoon, so you can do it.
Yeah, we need the pickup.
All right. Give me a couple moments.
I was gonna warn you, but you won't care.
That what?
You'll see.
Oh, all right. Anyone want to join? All right.
Yeah, I want to see what the fuck they've been up to.
I'm sure this is perfectly fine, especially since it sounds like they're both alive.
That's
Alright.
good, but still.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Opening up a tree.
Okay. So Gail, you head over to a large enough tree, and you will basically be opening up a tunnel from this tree to the one that was the agreed meetup point. Okay.
Yep.
Mercy and Ro, you guys know that you need to charge that tunnel as fast as possible because it stays open for 6 seconds.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna push League through to make sure he goes.
Ah!
I will bully this man into humanity and friendship.
You are
Of course.
you're shoving League through this tree. Ro is for once in front as Mercy has been slowed down by a tremendous man, and you all watch as a savage-looking Gale comes out of the tree along with Ro and Mercy. Mercy looks pretty badly beaten up. The Gael looks very badly beaten up.
Ro looks perfect.
Ro looks perfectly fine.
You know,
Not a
this
hair
is
out of place.
about how I figured this would go.
You, this is the other Gale? You got the other Gale?
His name's Ebrath.
I've been
That's
mentally
not right.
calling him. I've been calling him Howard in my head, but I don't
Howard?
know if
I
he
like
likes
Howard's
Howard.
an
You
interesting
like
one.
Howard?
Or like Arnold or Harold. You know, got a list going. Ro refuses to look at League.
It's like this is a lot like picking up like a dog or a cat by the scruff of the neck as he just kind of like reaches down and picks Ro up.
So you know, or maybe like Aaron. I don't know. You don't scare me.
None of those names are my name.
You won't
tried
pick a name.
Haru will
tried.
speak in giant because he knows who can speak it. He's just going to say, a name need not come now, but it is something that will help set you apart from your perception that you are a copy. The
I'm
moment
not
that
necessarily a copy. Names are irrelevant.
They are. They always will be. But
you need something for the history books to remember you by.
I don't necessarily need to be remembered.
then let me put it this way.
Not everybody does.
Friend, let me put it this way. They're going to bother you until you pick a name. I would suggest picking a name that you feel fits you.
Then that
I
will
can
come
help.
to me at some point. But it's
Okay.
not going to be coming to me anytime soon.
If not a name, then a title.
While this is happening in Giant, Mouse is gonna go. So, anyways, I'm gonna bully him into being a real person since he seems to have decided he's not a person.
It is just like, okay.
Oh, we have frost
okay,
giants on our side.
Okay, that's great.
I sent the
Yeah,
frost giants to Lucretia.
To go buy more snowshoes.
Yeah,
I had to beat
No,
the
I
shit out of him. Ro helped significantly.
No,
that's good.
I bought snowshoes for everybody, but I gotta go buy another 2 pairs for points at not Gale.
E-breath.
Harold.
Harold.
Jeremy.
Is he still holding Ro
Jonathan?
up as this conversation's happening?
Yes.
Hey,
And now
Ingrid.
he overhand throws Ro into a snowbank.
Just
Ro
pick a word.
pops out. It's like Frederick.
Just pick a word in giant. They won't understand what it means and will probably mispronounce it regardless.
What does Maddie think of this situation, Shelly?
I don't think she knows there was 2 Gales, to be honest.
I don't know how much of the
Oh,
group we
fuck.
told. Because I think
Don't know either. Was
think
was Maddie ever told?
No.
I don't think she
Where
was.
wasn't everyone there when Gale pulled that first card?
Everyone was there, but everyone was doing their own thing because we were all distracted. It was when we were was it the same time Mercy lost 5 years, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
the
fair.
no.
You can play it
Yeah.
how you want.
Yeah,
There's a
Rudy's
good-
literally like, go ahead.
It's very likely that Maddie was not paying attention during that whole thing because she was distracted by something else happening in the
Think
moment.
so. It's more like, why is there 2 Gales right now?
This is Pharaoh Gale. He's gonna be his own person, whether he likes it or not.
Right. Should I heal? I'm sorry. I'm used to healing Gale, so it's like kind of weird.
I know. You are used to healing me.
Yeah. I mean, do you still want to?
Healing is always appreciated, but it's not necessary entirely.
I'll still heal you anyway. Just don't worry about it.
There's a cat. Ah!
Cat. Gil's gonna do something.
Mm.
He's gonna look at the other. Insight check. Just to... Is it really that... Would... Because based off of... Obviously, Gil doesn't specifically know because he wasn't there when he was explaining his whole situation to Mercy earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But... It sounds like exactly like something that Gael went through when he was like 15 to 20. So would Gael recognize that kind of look and tone on his own face?
It is. You can roll an insight check. Yeah, it'd be
Okay.
advantage because you.
Yeah.
Quite literally you. Also, he will allow you to heal him.
Okay.
Jolly.
Yay.
And you see that it does heal him slightly, but he is still. He's. There's so much to him that he just doesn't.
Gail's a beefy boy. I
He's a
know.
big motherfucker.
Yeah.
As you do that, Messy's gonna say, it took a lot to take him down.
Oh,
He
dear.
needs sleep, I think. You need
Probably.
All
All right, so advantage.
Yeah, it's because it's you.
Advantage.
Oh, do you need help out of that snow dune?
Wow. Not rolling well. 9. 9 was the best I got.
It is certainly a similar look to the one you had at that time, but it is
Mhm.
not the same.
Okay.
There's something a little different to the scenario that he recognizes.
Yeah. In that case, Gail's actually going to go over to other Gael and just give him a hug.
Ah, get off.
And Gail's going to, after he kind of lets go, he's going to grab him on the shoulder. Gail is actually going to use if there's a way to do this, speech of beast and leaf in a language that kind of he knows that the other Gael would at least understand.
That's kind of clever. So yeah, you can use. I'll say you can use speech of beast and leaf, and
In my head, it sounds like, you know how children make up languages?
yeah.
It's similar to a way that he and Aerith would have talked to each other when they were little. That he
All
would,
right.
he knows that he would understand. Look, I know you're not me, but you have everything that you need to be your own person and be strong.
I'm very aware of this. It's a completely different matter than me.
It always is, but give it time to sink in. If you need assistance, I'm happy to help.
I don't need assistance.
No, you don't. But when you do, let me know.
And anyways, he decided to entomb himself into a giant frosted tomb kind of thing.
Everything I hear makes me age another year.
Oh, should we? About the guy?
Yeah, I was gonna wait.
There's more.
I was gonna wait until everyone had come back into the conversation to drop this bomb, because
Whoa.
this is probably the worst part of it.
I don't like that, Mercy.
Go on.
The face that Jill's camera froze on was great.
Scared the shit out of me, dude! What the fuck?
Jill, your face froze on probably the best face it could have froze on for this situation.
Did no one else see that?
No, I did.
No,
I
we
did.
did.
It did.
It twitched.
Your
It twitched
camera
a little.
caught up.
No, you didn't. Okay, no one else heard that.
It
then.
caught up.
So,
Yeah,
Jill,
it
you
does that from time
froze,
to time.
and then your screen and audio caught up. So you said everything you said in that moment in about a second. And it was the most disorienting and creepy fucking thing I've ever seen from you.
It's
Does
cool.
that from time to time.
It's
Nah.
okay, it just genuinely scared me.
So, do I have to tell?
I can do it if you really want me to.
No, because you're gonna say it a lot, Mina. So
Say it.
after I finish beating the shit out of Ebreth,
I beg to differ. I did a lot of helping there. I think maybe I'm gonna give my input as you're telling it.
okay, after Ro did a lot of beating the shit out of him and I insulted him and hit him a couple times.
Actually, she insulted him once, told him to do better, and then missed him 3 times. That was
He-
really funny.
He proceeded to miss me 3 times in the same. Don't.
Twice.
Mm-hmm.
You missed me twice, but you had to quit going as hard to hit me the last time.
I'll hit you.
It was like a fucking sneeze. Anyways. So, finished beating the shit out of him, right? Got him back up, standing. And a kind of barely alive dude wearing almost no clothes started walking towards us. And said he had a message for me.
Oh no.
Yeah, the old dad figured out how to do it without the siblings and said to go with his blessing.
That's not good.
No.
And then I shot him,
And he didn't go down, and then he jumped into a fire pit.
and then he jumped into a bonfire.
Okay.
It was kind of horrifying.
It was kind of fucked up.
Does this mean we need to go after him first?
No clue, because we still don't know what's going on with Fuckface. Dear old dad, we know what he's doing. That's what makes his scary. We don't know what LaCroix is doing, which makes
I
his
guess
scary.
we can. Yeah, I guess we can check in on LaCroix, but your dad's timeline just got a lot shorter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something. I'll be.
Go buy shoes.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna go find a quiet spot I can burn things at.
Okay. You gonna burn a lot of fucking stuff again?
Yeah, I am.
Ah, good. Erudite's going to her own little brook burning.
We do have a lot of books you could burn.
They have to cost a certain amount of money. I at least know how much the ones I have cost.
Anyways, so this is my new best friend. This is my old best friend. They're both my best friend. And Mercy's pointing to both League and Ro as she says this. I think they both hate me.
So far, out of everybody here, I'm getting along the most with Maddie.
It's like regular
Makes sense.
That
That's
that
fair.
actually lines up a lot. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Question, are you getting along best with her because she's bothered you the least?
Yes.
Is there a prize for bothering you the most?
Do you want to find the prize?
Yes.
I
Kind
don't
of.
think we do. I think the prize is you in a puddle. of
Big words for
yourself.
somebody who got taken down by a couple of bullets. Ooh.
Don't. She looks at League like, don't.
Also
I
big words for someone
apologize.
who hid in a tomb of ice instead of taking his lumps.
You guys just fought.
I am not associated with her. I'm sticking with my one insult.
I do apologize if you felt bothered, though you do know that it
God.
is more or less my job.
Ro. He's gonna try to grab you.
At disadvantage.
I know, I just rolled at disadvantage.
No
Froze,
pros.
give him a sec.
The rain always fucks with the internet there.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a great freeze frame, though.
Uh-huh.
It's a really good free
Oh, you're back,
Oh,
Jill.
there it is.
Roll
I can hear
an
you
ath-
all.
You're
roll an
acrobatics.
Roll athletics against him.
or acrobatics.
Acrobatics because contested
Yeah.
grapple.
I'm sorry.
Be silent.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're coming in dancing.
No, it was that and the fact that I heard Joe go, uh-huh.
Okay. So just
So,
just a,
acrobatics.
just a flat roll. Just do it.
Yep.
Yeah, you're.
Okay, he tries to grab you by the leg so he can discus toss you.
Not today. I'm spry.
If you need to refer to me as anything, you can refer to me as Belanglos.
Bless you. How do you say that again?
Belanglos.
Belanglos.
Bangalos.
Gail, what does that mean?
Is it in something Gail would recognize?
It is giant.
Okay.
You know, it's something that, in fairness, both him and Haru would recognize. It means irrelevant.
Oh.
Exactly what I told him. Just pick a word they won't understand it and probably mispronounce it.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm just adding stuff to my thing.
All right. I like it. Let's go a ring to it.
You know what else has a ring to it? The first 3 letters, which I will
L.
be
I
calling
was
you Fell.
literally what I was gonna do.
There it is. There it is.
It's a matter of moments until it happened, and now it's here.
What? Look, we're predictable. You should expect it.
I just like last session when I introduced everybody to the word that describe what you've done every single session.
Yep. So, we are going to take a quick break there, as you guys have begun to torment Belanglos already.
He's my friend.
Something
And
like
we'll
that.
be back in about 10 minutes.
Whether he
Be
likes it or not.
back in a couple minutes. Woo! And we are back.
So, you guys now have Belanglos with you, or the duplicate of Gael. Frost Giants are preparing to throw themselves into a fight, probably on your side, you think?
Hopefully.
You have a feeling that they don't care very much either way. But the majority of what you were doing here has now essentially finished up. Is there anything else you guys would like to do here in Seogia?
Let's see.
Honestly, there's not a whole lot in this place for us to fuck up because it's pretty peaceful. That's the problem. This place is too peaceful for us. We are violent.
Maybe
chaotic
not
creatures.
peaceful, but orderly.
Yeah.
We are disorderly.
I mean, the only thing I can think of as a group that we need to do is check in on LaCroix, but that can happen on like the boat because I think regardless we're going to the south, right?
The
Was
south
that the
part of
plan?
Patricia. I
Yeah,
think
to
our
Basis-
plan. Yeah, I think our plan was to go to the pirate capital,
Which is one heck of a trek, but you can still do it.
but
Yeah,
it's safer.
and the Green Faith is in there, so we can gather info there as well. And I think that was the plan.
I think so, yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
It's the more dangerous to get there, but it's safer.
It's safer to land
Safer as
because
to work out of, we can gain more information,
yeah,
I'll find it.
and we won't be immediately potentially surrounded or cut off.
there's not likely to be like Mercy's family spies down there or something.
Not if the green.
Well,
Faith
maybe
are
they
down
have
there.
spies, but like not dangerous.
Okay. Sorry, I'm doing math. Don't mind me, my math.
Yeah.
So it's about 1,870 miles. I know, I misspoke. What are you doing? What are you doing to Houdini? What are you doing to your kitty?
Have you not seen it over the last like minute?
No, I've been doing something.
All good things.
Yes, all good things. All things. Let's see. Your speed is based off of So 96.
Jill's cat likes her, so she'll stay.
Jace, Gale speed doubles it or
Doubles it.
okay.
Unfortunately, League is full paladin, full barbarian, so
Yeah, he can't do it. He's
It's
also the wrong
actually-
kind of barbarian.
Yeah, he's the wrong kind of barbarian.
can you imagine if he went the other
Gale's
way
barbarian thing.
and went full paladin?
Would have been weird.
I would.
So you guys can make it in amazing time.
He
But-
has too many doubts to be full paladin.
Yeah.
So you can make it there in probably about 10 days. There is an issue that you will have to contend with. So towards the final stretch, once you get near the very horn at the bottom of Patricia, the sailing conditions there get significantly worse. And leading up to the port city, it's actually hostile. Like, there are spikes, there is coral. Sailing into it is dangerous. So sailing into Bassus is a tricky thing to go about doing, and if you don't navigate that well, your ship's going to sink. So that is
You have to make
inherently a
coal.
risk about it.
Yeah, I will also say with the with Undertow, it should probably be only really for emergencies because control water only lasts for 10 minutes, but she has control water and shape water and can use that in case it gets a little too rocky and
Right.
help guide the ship in safely.
I can heal a total of 240 hit points to it per long rest. So,
Okay.
also I forgot Haru would have used Make Whole on his parents' home and on the shop just to repair any damages or holes or whatever.
That's fair. You can do that. So, anything you guys would like to do over the 10 days of travel to Bassus? Yes. Yes.
Michelle first.
Yes, Michelle?
I actually need time to think about my stuff, so like, actually, just go first. Sorry,
Yes, yes.
I have to think about questions. Hold on.
I'm spying. What else?
Got it. So who would you like to spy on?
Mercy's gonna check on Rose's dad first. Because he feels like the civilian in all of this, and I want to. It feels wrong.
Okay. It's a charisma check, right? Because I don't think he has good. I think he has good charisma, but he's not like.
Yeah, it's a charisma check. And my charisma is the same as my spellcasting mod, so it's like a 17.
No.
What's he gonna do anyways if he sees it?
Exactly. He's going to be scared. That's what he's going to do.
It's his pants.
No. Look, he's already a cuck. You don't need to make fun of him even more.
He needs depends.
So. Sorry. I have tasty Japanese candy. So. You begin to observe Rose's father, and you will see that he is apparently still in Windermere Stronghold. He is still on the tower. You see that he has his hair looks a little bit shaggier than it did before, but he's still up keeping like his beard and stuff like that. So he's making attempts to groom himself, but it's hard to do your hair. He looks to be locked away, but occasionally there are odd noises that you hear inside of the Windermere stronghold. And even Rose's father reacts to them and kind of tenses up. And there is at least one moment where something will hit the door and he gets terrified and hides under the bed. But the door appears to be very strong and holds with no issues at all.
When Mercy comes out, she's gonna go over to Ro. Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Your dad wasn't involved with any of this, was he?
No, he's what you might call a little wimpy man who he was definitely my dad, but he was no backbone. Didn't get the backbone from him.
Yeah. I think they're keeping him in prison.
That's probably the safest place for him
Yeah, he is a
in
bit of a
that
coward.
situation.
Things hit the door and he whimpers and hides under the bed.
Good. Good self-preservation skills.
At least you got that from him.
Did I?
I mean, you're the one who takes the hits the least in this fight. Outside of, like, Haru, but Haru's is magical.
That's just because I can. I don't have to be up in people's business to kill them. And that's on purpose. So. But yeah, no, he's not a strong guy.
Probably won't get him out.
We'll do what we need to do.
Not even gonna bother insight checking that. The phase journey you just had, Mercy doesn't need to insight check that.
Ro gives a face of like, don't fucking say anything.
Gonna
I'm good.
pat her shoulder. And as she walks away, she's gonna go, Belle! And go annoy him.
Ding dong.
Michelle.
So I'm gonna do divination, but I'm gonna wait till we're like a day out because it's I just re-looked up the spell. I couldn't remember what it was. And it's events within the next 7 days. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna wait till we're very close.
Mhm.
And once that happens, she's gonna go. I guess she's gonna do it in the library. She's gonna She's gonna do because she's been doing the mansion every day, obviously. So she's gonna go in the library and make a little fire pit and burn up one of the books she bought.
That hurt.
A little bit, but she had to make do with what was in the general store. I'm saving the tinkerer's tools for emergencies.
Okay.
So she's gonna just sit for a minute, sort of looking up at the. She's gonna move things around. Obviously, she's not gonna, but she's gonna look up and at the shrine that she's built, and she's just gonna ask, which is more eminent of the two issues we have at hand? It doesn't have to be a yes or no question because I just looked that up. It could be a short phrase or
A vibe check.
yeah. She's trying to figure out because we really still don't know where to go.
Honestly,
And she'll like
oh, go ahead.
what? Not okay. I was gonna say like after she does that and does the smoke thing and burns it, she will focus on the necklace around her neck. And the the churning in her head.
Okay.
For
So
answers.
you burn away the objects, the notebook, and you begin to focus on this question of which is the most imminent threat. And what you will get is an odd clicking that seems to be almost following some kind of a pattern.
Binary.
Yeah, click, 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 click.
It's gonna be like,
Click,
is it
click,
Morse
click,
code?
Click, 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 click.
Yeah, I was thinking Morse code actually, but
It's out of character. It's like Morse code.
right. If I sit there and I focus on the clicking, can I detect a pattern that seems like a name?
No, you get a short sentence.
What do I get?
It would be, the father is violent. The priest is tricky.
Eyes a little bit and be like, okay, 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 okay.
Which technically works on both levels because they're both technically religious figures.
All right. Yeah. Okay. She'll just nod a little bit and go back to the group after that. I consulted with a Masnin.
By the way, Jace, zoom out on the map for the stream view.
Got it.
Hoping for help, but I don't know if I got any. I told you stuff I already kind of knew. Do you want to deal with violence or trickiness first?
Neither an option.
I feel like violence will have a higher body count. But I guess that's not a guarantee either. Did Mercy want to look in on anyone else while
Yeah,
we're...
that's what that wisdom save was for.
Oh. What did you decide?
Something that she's not going to tell you all she does.
Okay. What do you...
God.
Oh, you guys are
This is
panicking.
bad.
No, it's
I don't know what she's gonna do.
Do you? What do you think I'm looking at, Connor?
Not. I have an idea, but go ahead.
$50 says you're wrong.
Okay,
Mercy,
I'm
when
wrong.
she goes somewhere quiet. Depending on how this goes, this might be the only chance I get. Show me faith.
That is not where I expected it to go.
She never knew where her mother was buried. She wants to see if it's on the way.
The so the location it will bring you to is right about here, and it is basically just buried beneath.
You ping that one more time.
Boop.
It is not. Is it the circle that's on the map?
It's in the north. It's to the south of Barca.
Why is she buried in the north? She died in the south.
Mhm.
And I see a grave, correct?
No. She's just buried beneath the sand.
Cap.
What happens when you have randomly teleporting dead bodies?
What?
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 She died in
What?
the south. How did her body end up in the north?
At least she wasn't swallowed by a sandworm.
Herself. She died in the jungle. Like, not far from where Mercy was born, and Mercy was born just in the edges of the jungles.
Mhm.
Oh, technically she's born pretty deep in the jungle, but, you know. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And the other one, she'll let everyone know she is going to spy on dear old dad. Do I know he might look back? Yeah, but...
Okay. Let me just quickly.
I mean, I now have true sight to see if he does try to look back.
This is true. Haru does. Haru is, as of now, has true sight in 10 feet or 30 feet?
15.
15 feet. Still pretty good.
To be fair, when she was going to look at dear old dad, it would have been around the others. Only mom would have been private.
That's fine.
And if there's a sensor, immediately dispel.
So, you begin to scry upon your father. You get the sense that, I would say, as of now, you know that your father is quite powerful, and you feel like he has only been building in strength in between when you last saw him and where you see him now. And you see that he is now in the effectively ruined city of Barca, where once there was an oasis town made at the edge of a large lake that was seemingly miracled into existence. The town still stands, but it is empty. There are no people that wander the streets. There are no animals. There are no birds. There are no bugs. There is nothing. The city is empty. No signs of destruction. Simply a desolate town. Further inward, towards the main temple, you would see that there is some signs of destruction here, namely at a building that looks to have been a playhouse of some sort. There were signs of destruction and panic, and then at some point it was burnt down to a crisp. But inside of a temple, your eye will begin to head further and further inside. And as you do head further and further inside, you see familiar individuals who are there. You see one of your siblings. Hold on, let me make sure I get the description right.
Or throw it at the board, you might get it.
Mm-hmm. You see that there is a man with gazelle-like horns, buzz cut, one golden eye, the other one an empty socket as of now, clearly not even trying to bother hiding it with an eye patch. You see that the man, Sirlik, looks angry, furious. Perhaps it's his default state as of now. Perhaps it is simply a response to the position he's been left in. You aren't sure, but you recognize it. You see that currently he's dragging several people by chains around their neck, and he's simply dragging them and tugging them along. And they are forced to come behind him and go further in as your eye continues into the temple deeper and deeper. You would then see behind a partially closed door a glimpse of a man with short black hair, red eyes, and ram horns, with a beard. And you see that he is writing away at something on a table, strapped down to a wall. Across from him is a remains of a human being. Flayed from one half of their body down, the entirety of their muscle, some organs now exposed. This human being is still terribly, terribly alive. It looks like Valis is taking it. Your brother Armir is present a little ways down, holding court of a sort, talking amongst captors, trying to convince them into understanding what glorious purpose they can serve. And you recognize that sadly a few of them are probably fallen. A few of them get a smile that spreads across their face, just like that man that you saw throw himself into the fire. And further in, you head into another area, which looks to be something akin to a massive sanctuary. 4 altars stand at various points in this room with large circular rings that connect from one end of one altar to the other end of that same altar. And then in another step, there's a smaller circle with one altar on one of those circles, and then another, and then another. And at the center, you can see 2 men. Ibex horned, short red hair, gold eyes, and dark gray skin. A man that now could be your twin. Calpian. Working
Hold on.
as... Yes?
You said Calpian, right?
Yeah.
That's not a man. That's my older
Oh!
sister.
I apologize. I misspoke. A woman who looks like they could be your twin. Even more so now. I misspoke. I apologize.
I was like, I only have. There should only be 3 brothers there.
No. It was the name made me think now. You see that she is working alongside your father with medium long red hair, ram horns, one still broken off, with golden eyes and a large scar across his face. And you see that they are working away at these massive circles with fine inscriptions that go along all of them and are being effectively burned and scorched into the ground itself to be as resilient as possible. But you also see that these lines trail off to other locations. And from there, you hear the distant clamor of voices. Hundreds, thousands even, people that have been locked away for some future goal. I know you're here. I can feel your presence. This is what I was waiting for. This is what I was trying to do. And if it wasn't for you and your siblings running away, I wouldn't have understood. That ritual, that prophecy was crap. Unnecessary. Noxious bullshit that did not need to be done. Accomplish what I need. Still need more. I'll find some. But I don't need you anymore. You can leave. And he just spells the eye.
I wish he could see physically me so he could see her flip him off.
Mm-hmm.
As she comes out, she goes, good news and bad news. Bad news is God complex has gotten worse. Good news, he still needs more people to kill than he currently has. So he's still got to gather more people.
See?
Mhm.
How many people does he have already?
I don't know for sure because I couldn't see them.
Take your best guess.
Easily in 3 digits, probably getting close to 4.
I can gather more information. Remember, I can also scry. It's not as good as yours, obviously, but
You can scry on a location, which I can't. And
no. Oh, I can, but I have to have been there. But no, I can scry on my mother.
that's true.
And I have, and it's harder for her to resist it because I do have her hair.
I do need to still scry on Bubbles, though, at some point. If you want to scry on your mom and I'll scry on Bubbles.
Yeah, that works.
I gotta wait until tomorrow, but...
Yeah, I can scry on my mother now. I'd like to do that.
Okay. So, what's the penalty she gets?
-10.
-10?
Yep. I
Also,
believe so. Hold on. We're gonna...
Because I googled the spell to make sure. No, you don't have to have been to the location. You just have to have seen it. for
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
If you have a body part lock failed bit of nil, the like it is a -10.
Yep. I also have a possession or a garment, but I don't know if stuff stacks.
It doesn't stack.
Okay, so -10. I have hair.
For the sake of simplicity, no, it does not stack.
Okay, that's
it'll,
fine.
It'll go to the best.
Okay.
You're the
Cool.
best.
Around.
Thank you.
Gonna ever bring you down.
I'm glad how many of you did that at once. And Jill may have not done it in the mic, but did it in spirit.
Did it. I did
No,
it, but I was
I saw them
muted.
do it. I saw them do the. I
So,
saw them.
I saw the head movements.
it was happening.
Yeah,
Actually,
so she has to roll an 18.
actually, the knowledge ones and the connection ones do stack. It is one of the knowledge and one of the connection. So it would be a -15 because you know the target well.
Yes.
Donna made a face that said "fuck."
No, I didn't realize that knowledge and physical objects do stack.
Yeah. Knowledge
that-
and
in that
connection
case,
are
yeah.
the two.
Oh, then
So-
unless she rolls a natural 20, I don't think she can pass it.
Unlikely.
Yeah.
Where are
Don't
you?
challenge him considering the rolls we've had tonight.
I mean, that's fine.
Where were you?
Do-do-do-do.
Da-da. Do-do-do-do-do. Right there. Where? Do-do-do. I think I lost their sheet. Do-do-do-do-do. Where the fuck is
Sounds
she?
about right.
I mean,
Do-do-do-do-do.
just roll a d20 and see if you get a net 20.
It's
Yeah,
true.
It's just
It's
with
literally-
a -15. Yeah.
No.
I don't.
No. So you will succeed on scrying upon your mother.
A woman who birthed me.
Yeah.
Not my
And
mother.
you will see that she and another figure are making their way through a desolate town. You see that the other man, because the figure does appear to be male, is sorry, Jolly, is kind of turning his head to the side, moving his head back and forth, side by side, but you can't necessarily catch a good glimpse of their face, as they appear to be wearing this metal mask that is supposed to reflect a handsome countenance,
What?
a handsome face.
Okay. Sorry. Sometimes it's big words. I don't know big words.
But the movement that he's making seems like he's listening, maybe sniffing. You can't tell. But your mother appears to be paying close attention to his reactions. And eventually, he starts to head off in one direction. Your mother follows suit. And shortly after that, they find, locked away in a basement, some civilians who have hidden themselves away. They proceed to chain up and start to drag back to the center. And then the scribe will.
This is a side note. Can you remember to like kind of speak up into your mic because you were getting so quiet? Yeah.
Do that, please. Not like that.
They find civilians in the basement, chain them up, and drag them into the center of town.
I'll come out of the scry and she'll just say, "No one's safe in that town. Whatever he's planning, everybody in that town is getting captured. Getting got is not
Getting got. The geek got.
That's Michelle, not Rudy.
The geek got, son.
Is getting captured.
You ever heard of reading the mood? Just
Me?
asking.
Me?
No, not you, Michelle.
Never.
Shut up. I did not mean to say that. It was not like an intentional thing. Gosh. Everyone's getting captured. Like, no matter how much they try to hide. I don't know. Whatever this is, it's not gonna... It'll probably happen when they get everybody.
Right. So they're rounding them up physically. Okay. It sounds like LaCroix rounding them up less physically. If that's how you'd phrase that one.
There's more like mental stuff with LaCroix. But Mercy's dad is imprisoning and getting everyone he can get his hands on physically, yeah. So brainwashing or brainwashing and sacrifice.
So here's the real question. If we get rid of LaCroix, would that set everyone free? Because if so, that isn't so bad. But when you have people physically captive, they could just die being captive. Because it happens.
My fear is that if we wait too long with Maleris and all of that group, a lot of people are going to die. That's my fear.
We're still not sure what LaCroix is doing either, like what his end goal is, other than his god to look upon us. We don't know how he's doing that.
That's true too.
That's saying a lot of people are going to die with one is kind of diminishing whatever the other one's doing. Cause...
Yeah, a lot of people are probably going to die with him. I hate this.
They're both trying to draw the attention of a powerful being.
No, one's trying to take the power of a being.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure dear old dad siphoned
Mm.
some power off of it.
The other
and
one's
would
trying to
like
get the
continue.
attention.
It comes with the question of, do we want something unknown staring at our planet that not even Desna will say the name of? Or do we want something that is a known entity that is also stupid fucking powerful, considering, it was the first daemon? Do we want its powers unleashed on a megalomaniac?
This feels like... It just feels like no matter what we choose, the other one is going to do what they were going to do, is going to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
It's a losing, it feels like a loss. Either way, and let's just...
We're just gonna have to hustle.
Okay, but that means we have to make choices. We have to decide.
Do you want to try and spy on LaCroix one last time?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll at least take him a second to get rid of me if he sees me.
Mm-hmm.
And I can at least see what he's looking at. Or maybe we'll be lucky and he's like dear old dad who's gonna be vain and show off for a second.
True.
That wouldn't surprise me. He is a very vain man.
I wanna see what that bitch is doing, Connor.
Maddie and Ro, anything you guys feel like adding into the situation, or do you think the others have covered it pretty well?
Ro's been very clear that she's not making this decision because either way it's not going to end well. And also she doesn't really have a stake. I mean, she knows
Stake or stake?
internally she has she knows what she would want to do first, but seeing as it's a personal decision and not looking at the situation as a whole, she's not going to put that forward.
Fair
That's
enough,
correct.
actually.
Ro is absolutely correct too about that. About the both. It's either one is. Ugh.
And I saw your little VTuber shake its head, so I'm guessing that your throat is still killing you, isn't it?
Well, it's more of that. It's more of like, I don't even know what's pressing anymore. She did what she can with her what is that called?
Divine intervention.
Yeah, divine intervention. So I don't know. She's kind of at loss of words right now. So
I mean, when we arrive, you'll be able to use it again.
but don't know what to use it for.
I have a thought. If we're trying to cripple Hilo, if we're trying to cripple dear old dad in the same way we crippled Fuckface McGee, teleport all his people away.
I feel like I'm gonna keep poking the bear, and it's gonna get more mad.
Which bear?
You're
Okay,
The
but
bad
hear me
guys
out.
or
Do
me?
it.
If you roll another fucking divine intervention.
I don't know.
Hey, it's
No.
not her fault that the dice work in her favor, okay?
But no,
Unbelievable! It
just-
genuinely is amazing.
Just teleport all his people away.
I do have something to add.
Mhm.
Going with an army against Maleris would probably not be advisable because if he's able to capture people, that just fuels his ritual. However, going after an LaCroix with an army can stall him or disrupt his plans, at least for a bit, because he has to be preaching to a captive audience to really take control over them, especially since the artifact of fear is now diminishing.
May I ask one question to clarify? Are you talking about having the military forces going after LaCroix and his guys while you guys do something else?
I'm talking about the giants having the fight of their life with LaCroix. They can really pressure him they can siege the stronghold, keep him from easily going in and out, while we deal with Maleris. And it probably won't stop him, but it will slow his plans.
So you're talking about using the army on your side as a stalling tactic for the one that you're not going for. Okay,
Yes.
very cool, Jess.
One problem with that plan.
Mhm.
He's inevitably going to probably be able to fight them back.
Mhm.
Which, what's up, bro?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you were done.
Okay, this is my only problem with it. What's he gonna do with those bodies when he's done?
Bro.
And also on a morality scale, that does feel like we're just tossing our new allies into like steady fire, just using them as cannon fodder. Because there's literally no way they would make any huge headway against LaCroix. Because we're struggling with him. A bunch of random frost giants are probably also gonna have the struggle of their fucking lives with him. So and I don't want to sacrifice our new friends.
Ro brings up a good point.
Because we're like basically not to Keyleth this whole situation. We're basically gods at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, I'm not-
TPK.
Who's jumping off the cliff? Who's jumping off the
I'll
cliff?
do it.
Gale
that
do
is,
it. Gale
that
can
is
survive.
true for a direct confrontation, but it's a bit different for a siege. Because a siege is more strategic. You don't confront them directly. You
Yeah.
force
And-
them to come to you.
Wherein lies my second issue with that.
Uh-oh.
The word strategy in association with frost giants.
I just want to fight. We literally said that they would attack pretty much anyone in their line of sight for
I'll
this.
point out there is an army in Fucretia that
There
we
is.
can probably say is our allies, and it's called the Rebellion in the South.
Well, and Maleris has been, not Maleris, Raoul has been gathering an army for us.
Yeah.
But
So there are other people other than frost giants, but your point still stands about
cannon
cannon
fodder.
fodder.
Yeah.
So, if I can make a suggestion.
Of course, friend.
Road dramatically, like theatrically jumps. Like, oh fuck, I forgot you were there. Because I did forget.
The frost giants could be used as cannon fodder, and they will eventually prove to be difficult to rein in, and they won't sit back for long. Eventually, they will head in, and there's nothing that can be done to stop them. But if you're talking about having a siege, then there's nothing wrong with walking siege weapons throwing rocks. If you're talking about having a siege, and I'm assuming one of the two precautions are gonna have the map out, right?
I currently have the map in front of me. If nothing else, if we needed the story chart, I have it.
So, if that's where they're going, and that's where they're holed up, then all you have to do is block off every possible exit. It doesn't even have to be a siege. It just has to be a wall of flesh that they can't make their way through. Yes, they could try to push through, or they could do the smarter action and simply sit down and wait. Because then it's a waiting contest between them and the other army. Their best course of action in a case like that would be to not attack, but to just wait. It could buy you so much more time.
If LaCroix teleports out, then he loses all of what he has gathered and is not able to bring with him.
If he teleports out and he's able to do whatever he needs to elsewhere, that's fine. But it also means that we and an army couldn't stop him.
Mhm.
is gonna sound really mean, but please understand when I say this. I'm okay doing that to the Frost Giants. I'm not okay doing that to the Precretions. This is their home that's been wrecked for years, and they've been at war for over 20 years. We are still at war. Sending them to be cannon fodder for a war they don't even want to be in anymore just seems cool.
You did not listen to me, did you?
I listened to you partly. I knew you said it was only the Frost Giants you were talking about.
You
But
still did not listen to me.
I was trying to. I had trouble following. You said a lot in one little bout.
What you do is you have the armies wait far enough back to prevent people from leaving. Since they are acting as a wall of flesh that's preventing people from leaving, the only way that they could get out would be to push through. But if they have supplies, they won't do that. They'll sit and wait. Yes.
Bro, is your mom vain enough to kill herself?
You know, I have found myself thinking about this many a night of my life.
Jesus Christ.
Trauma. I think she's too much of a narcissist.
That's where my worry comes in. I've studied battles. When people get trapped, those who get desperate don't choose to stay alive. They do mass suicides. And that sounds like something that would bring something's attention. That lies my fear of trapping them like that. And there's also one other thing that we're not considering. What's he been doing in that stronghold? Because we know the answer to that question. He's been putting on plays with civilians. We'd be leaving civilians trapped in the middle of a battle.
But it also raises the question of what's he doing to these civilians, because at what point do they stop being civilians?
Can they even be fixed?
I would like to scry on him before we have any more of this conversation.
Yes.
Totally fair. Hey,
Absolutely.
guys, I'm gonna tell you all right now, I made this situation be a really difficult choice either.
Yeah.
No
I'm
shit,
like-
Sherlock.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It just-
Usually when
this
we
is-
argue back and forth, there's like a clear answer that we're just
There
arguing
is no clear
around.
answer here.
There's no clear answer here.
Like,
But,
and I don't want you guys to feel like at any point, feel frustrated with each other or with me. I hope. But this is an end game decision. It is going to be a tough decision either way, and all you can do is try to make the best decision that you have at your disposal.
I have one more trick after this if this doesn't work.
Actually, I
Yeah.
do
And
have
I'll-
another suggestion, which will help keep them out of everybody out of harm's reach.
Okay.
The frost giants can collapse some of the canyons around the outskirts of it, making it significantly more difficult to get people and supplies through there. So they'll still be able to, but if it's only a few points, then they can be monitored a lot more effectively, so we can know a bit better what he is doing with them without having to rely on scrying.
That one wouldn't be as bad. I wouldn't mind that one as much.
I'd still think that Mercy should do the.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes.
planning on doing.
Yeah.
I have two things I'm doing. One, I'm going to scry, and two, I'm taking a nap.
Yeah.
I need to go.
So
I
this
need
is-
to go talk.
Yeah, so this is a very interesting situation. This is a conversation for everybody in this group that is taking place over days.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
the scries that Mercy does can only be done once a day.
Once a day.
So this is just this intense conversation that you all are having amongst yourselves over the period of days.
It's a montage.
So out of curiosity, is there anything that would Gail have anything to talk to about with Haru or Ro or something like that?
Oh, it's a plan.
Okay.
It's not
There
just
is
a
a
plan. That's
plan.
scheming.
Out of
Mhm.
everything that's happening right now,
That's no
that scares me the most.
Mhm.
Actually, I've decided what we need to handle first.
Gael!
Whatever the fuck's going on in there.
Mhm.
I
But
actually
yeah,
have a
so
plan as well.
I just want to make sure everybody's okay and I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. And
No, I think in this case, this is fully just everyone being frustrated that there's not a clean cut answer.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Pretty much. Absolutely.
Because I speak for myself on this one. I see value in going after either one.
I agree.
But I also see the con in going after either one.
I also agree.
I
At some
also
point, we
have
just need to
something.
pick and go. Like, if nothing seems clearly different enough,
We just need to make a choice at
we
one
just
point.
pick one.
Let me scry on LaCroix and see if we can find anything else new.
All right. Well, first off, Michelle, what did you want to do?
I wanted to talk to Ro privately.
Okay. And then kill her.
No.
You can fucking try.
Ro
I'm very strong.
Ro has a gun. I'm sorry.
Ro has
I'm
a
not
gun
like-
and
You are like little baby.
I am like little baby.
Ro has a gun
you.
and 18 AC.
Yeah, I Ro would murder me easily. It's fine.
Try it.
So, Michelle, Erudite goes to have a conversation with Ro.
Yeah. I was hoping to do the other thing first though. Mercy's thing first.
Oh, okay.
The thing.
God damn you.
Yeah,
So
she
pick one.
asked for it first.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay,
She did
that's
say
fair.
first.
That's fine. That's fine. You want to scry upon the claw.
Yeah, I want to try to see if I have any luck at it.
Okay, that's fair.
If not, we can always try another day with Ro's mom, who might have a little bit less of a chance. Although she's a politician, she might have a good charisma. She has good charisma. I just don't know if that is.
Okay. Charisma save?
Yep.
Okay. Actually, I should roll this privately so you don't know his mod.
That's probably a good idea because I will remember that.
I know you guys will. That's why I'm like, wait, I need to be careful about this.
I would remember.
Oh, Cody would remember in a fucking instant. That's the issue.
No, I remember specific things, and anything I can use against an enemy, I will.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So-
assume you beat it because it is a
Yes.
17.
I did beat the roll. So you begin to scry upon LaCroix. And you will see that LaCroix is currently in a study of a sort. And he is in Windermere Stronghold. So he
He's
is
still-
there.
Is he still fucking butt ugly?
He looks horrifically damaged.
Good job, Maddie.
You can see that. Let me double check. Which hand was it and which leg was it? Because I can't remember. I have a bad memory.
Left leg, I think.
Left leg, right hand, because he covered his face.
I think so, yeah. So
Yeah, you see that his right hand is missing 2 fingers,
Hmm.
and looks like it's been scorched by a fucking an explosion. Essentially, it looks like something ripped apart his hand.
Good job, Maddie.
And his left leg is just gone to a stump on the calf.
So proud of her.
They are completely unusable. But the
She's
worst
so
sight is
powerful.
easily just how badly damaged his face is. From basically lower jaw down, there's still skin. It looks burnt and damaged, but everything up to about like the midsection of his head, leaving like a little bit of hair on the back, is just burnt and peeled away.
That is so
Um,
cool.
You can see his eyes are red and bloodshot as he has not blinked after this incident.
Ew.
He deserves it.
He is horrifically mutilated, horrifically damaged.
He should get some eye drops. It would probably help.
And yet, he appears to be working with a fervor you haven't seen. Every time you've seen him, there's always been a composure, an act, maybe, a front, but there's always been this facade of being composed, understanding what he's doing. And now, you see the fervor and the haste of a fanatic. A man who is pouring time and energy into something. And you can't tell what it is. But you would also see he isn't wearing the artifact. The artifact has been set down on the desk away from him. As if he can't wear it anymore.
It won't let him.
And even though he beat your save, he does not dismiss the spell, nor does he acknowledge it.
Either he knows it's there and he's ignoring it, or he's so fervently in his work he doesn't notice it.
Exactly.
Oh, they're terrifying.
I thought he can't see as well, or not very good.
He probably can't see as well, because if he's... I will say this right now. If you don't blink for a long period of time, your eyes blur. So he very well may have trouble seeing too.
Well, I didn't get as much insight from him as I wanted. Might have to.
I will say, he was writing something. He was writing something in a yellow leather wrap book.
So it's his own personal. From the looks of it.
It is something he is writing personally, but he was really doing something. You don't know what.
May have to spy on Rose's mom if I want more situation then. I should tell her, but she's not gonna sit there and watch him write for 10 minutes. If it looks like nothing's gonna happen, she'll blink out. I'm gonna check out Rose's mom tomorrow then.
What I will say is since he is not stopping you, and since he is not preventing you in any way, shape, or form, it looks like he's writing a multi-act play.
Wonderful.
Using the theater for evil.
A very long multi-act play.
This is what happens when you let the straight guys in theater get too big of a head.
But you will also note that the characters and every scene is different.
Bring in as many people in as possible.
Do you have an answer? No!
You, Jill. Thank you.
Save for one figure that is always the same.
The king in yellow.
The king in yellow.
He's setting up a ritual that people will follow the moves to do.
When Mercy comes out, she will say 3 things.
Actually, I will correct you. You are assuming it's the king in yellow. They are simply described as the stranger.
Okay. Mercy will say 3 things when she comes out. Number 1. The fucking freak is making a weird-ass goddamn play. There are new characters in each scene. It is mini acts. Honestly, it would be a very boring play to watch. As a bard, well, you'd be absolutely disgusted. However, there's only one character that's consistent throughout the whole thing, called the Stranger. I have a bad feeling, probably the King in Yellow. 2. He was alone in a room writing by himself, and did not seem to either notice me or care that I noticed him. So if I'm gonna gather more info, well, I'm gonna have to spy on your mom tomorrow. So I'm gonna go take a nap and go consult some stars and see if they've got any answers.
In the meantime, I've also thought of a way to help stall Maleris that does not put people in danger. Back when we were dealing with the Lord of the Deep, we encountered an individual who can control weather. I do hear that sandstorms are very frequent upon this continent, and they can make things quite difficult to track. Now, what do you think would happen if we suffused a lot of perfume into sand, put it into a large storm, and had it fall down upon the town? How were they finding the people in the basements?
I smell.
And as someone who uses scent for tracking, you cover up the trails and it becomes many times more difficult.
I think it'll help. It might be good.
It will help slow them in gathering the citizens of the town. Though eventually the citizens will need to come out as their supplies will diminish.
We'll also need a shit ton of perfume.
I feel like that won't be as hard to find, to be honest. Does it have to be perfume?
Anything with a
stinky.
strong odor that will be able to be dissolved in water, because that way we can impart it onto the sand.
Why not use salt water? If you make a really strong sea breeze, it's hard to smell anything over the seas.
That's true, especially if there's a lot of dead fish and stuff.
I was gonna
A
say
harbor smell.
spices.
No.
The spices.
Not the spices.
Anything
Maddie
and
sheds a single
everything.
tear.
I'm sorry.
If we use the sea, it's so salty, it might fuck some
They're
shit
a
up.
bit inland, but that would be a lot easier than getting a equivalent amount of perfume or musk or whatever.
I don't know if it can help, but I've been known to fuck around with alchemy every once in a while, so if we ever need
That's
it,
true.
I have been known.
You
And-
have been known.
I do happen to have an object from that island.
The sand?
The fuck are you doing?
No. I
do.
have the pieces that Haru was studying from the infection, the barnacles, fish people, all of that.
You could also use the sand of creation.
Yes,
Oh.
that is also from the island. We have stuff from there to teleport there.
Oh, smelly sandstorm and frost giant
Siege.
siege. It might slow them down enough that we can check some stuff down here
Yes.
and make sure the army we have gathered can get up there.
Yep.
After
We're
that,
gonna-
I'm no military expert, so the actual conflict I will leave to others.
We're gonna go to Mercy's dream. We're gonna cover that, and then I think, Jace, I'll let you talk about your plan.
Well, doesn't Michelle still need to talk to Ro?
Mm-hmm.
Not Michelle. Rudy still need to talk to Ro.
No, I'm magically in the game, guys.
Yay!
Erudite, speak with Ro.
Okay. I will find Ro in private.
Bro's in the captain's quarters.
Knock. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, duck under the door.
Bro doesn't even get up. She's like, come in.
Enter.
Oh God.
Can I enter?
Rose like this.
You really like being the captain, don't you?
Turns around in chair, has Pearl in her lap like Starkey.
Being the captain of my own boat, fucking sick. I understand why Dea was a pirate now. This rules. Look at the desk.
I see. It's very nice.
Solid.
Yeah. You found a good boat.
Really
I'm
good.
gonna sit. I'm gonna.
What's
sit.
up? Have a seat. It's my open office. Come on in.
Bro, how are you feeling?
Ooh. Yes.
Bro,
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing. You and I have a lot in common here.
Elaborate.
We both have parents who've decided to collaborate with the evil people who are
Yeah.
evil in themselves. And it's a little bit more intense for you, I imagine. Like, I barely knew mine. They wanted to sell my soul. You know? So they just gave birth to me. I never lived with them. Or, I don't remember living with them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And yours is a little different from that.
Just a little bit.
So how are you doing?
Feeling great, feeling punchy, ready to destroy my own mother. How are you
Well,
feeling? I
I
think it's
mean,
about me. How are you?
again, as I said, I'm a little less connected to them. They wanted to sell my soul, so I never knew them. I never had a relationship with them. I kind of wish I did. But
And to be fair, the relationship I had with my mother wasn't necessarily good. So on that front, I am, like I said, feeling great. Always.
I noticed you only mentioned your mother.
Well, yeah, I mean, Dad was too much of a pussy to really cause any problems, so.
He's gonna be a what's the word? Michelle's forgetting the word. Collateral, I guess, to this whole thing. I don't think collateral's the right word, but
We're gonna do what we have to save the world. That's where I'm at. We're gonna do what needs to be done. We're gonna get it done. Kill who needs to be killed. And I'll figure it out from there. Got the time.
I don't know. It's okay to be conflicted, you know?
Not for me. This is a really, fucking obviously, this is a really big situation, and I don't have time to be conflicted about a small thing.
It's not a small thing.
It is a small thing in comparison. It doesn't matter. The big picture is the big picture. The details will clear themselves up eventually. We don't have time to focus in on those. I don't have time to focus in on those. We need to get this done. And then you know what? When this is all over, I'll tell you how I'm feeling.
I'll take that.
That's when we'll get to that. Right now, though, I'm feeling great.
It's okay to feel great, you know?
Again? For you? Sure. I'm great. I'm always great. I'm fine. I'm always ready with a funny comeback. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Like, I don't think I need to roll an insight check on this. Because in my
What alerted you?
my experience,
say-
when someone repeats "I'm fine" over and over, they
You're not
know
fine.
they're
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is
thing-
fine.
The thing is, or I guess, not dealing with it could make things worse. You know that, right?
Not in my experience.
Pushing it
Just
down doesn't help.
bottling things up and dealing with them later has been my entire life. So, you know, it's pretty much everything I know. I still haven't unpacked anything from my home life. Again, when this is over, I'll maybe take a month and figure it out.
You know, it's years and years and years. I don't think a month is gonna be enough, to be honest with you.
It's gotta be. I have bigger things to do.
Bro.
I have time to figure this out later. If I start now, I can't. I can't start now.
Promise me that after all of this is done, you actually think about this. Because I understand. And the thing is, when you bottle things up or you pack things in, all you need is a little spark and then it explodes. You've dealt with alchemy enough to know that.
Many times.
So, you have a gun. You know that powder kegs are dangerous after a while, especially if they're overpacked.
I think I've got a few more years worth of room.
I don't want you to explode, Ro.
If it helps the cause.
No. It doesn't help the cause if you're gone.
Okay, alright, let me clear this up a little bit.
Or not
didn't-
say gone, but
I
like,
I didn't pursue immortality to die in a fight against somebody's dad. Or against some theater kid. Alright? I have no plans on dying. Let me just clear that one up really quick.
I'm not saying death. I'm
But if-
saying
Uh-huh.
I'm saying there are things that are not death but are just as bad.
I can come back from it. And if it'll help for once, it's gonna get done. Hey, you know, Ro looks and makes sure the door is closed. I got a family I actually love now. So if it
This is
takes me-
actually happening for real now. Like Rudy is actually crying now. I don't know why I'm crying.
Mhm.
Why do I cry at everything? I'm a fucking big old baby. I've cried too much in the last 2 days. Anyway, Rudy just
I got a
starts crying.
family. I got a family that I
You're
love
not
now.
allowed to say that.
If
Ro.
you repeat that outside of this room, I will kick your ass. But I got a family that I love now, and if it takes me, the powder keg, exploding to help,
Well, we
something
don't-
I'm willing to do. I'm
Here's
not
the
gonna
f-
die for you guys yet. I'm not at noble sacrifice just yet. But if it comes down to the next
No.
step below noble sacrifice, maybe.
We need you to not explode, okay? We
I'm not
also
exploding
care.
at you.
We all care about
Exploding
you
away
too.
from you.
No, it doesn't matter, Ro.
You guys won't be in the line of fire. Don't worry.
No, we love you too.
Ew, gross.
It's true though. I know that you're not good with emotion. But
Again, they're all in here. But
there's a lot of them.
if the good ones come out, that makes a crack. And then the bad
God.
ones can get out. So we're just gonna keep them all.
God, you ever have a realization that there's a character here that's really sad?
Oh yeah!
Quick question: have you guys not picked up on how sad Ro is?
Yeah.
Rose is incredibly
have.
sad.
Ro is incredibly sad.
She doesn't confront her.
Multiple.
There's a reason Rudy did this. Connor,
Mhm.
like
She has a good parent that's in the middle of a hellscape, and
Yeah.
is just sitting on that.
Not important.
You
Either
say
way.
a character.
Either way. Ro. We all care about you. I very much care about you. Not like in a family way, you know. You're all my siblings. At this point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Something I never had growing up.
Again,
Didn't have-
another thing we can.
We have a lot in common when you think
Yeah.
about it, and it's a little bit terrifying, actually.
I'm like the really cool version
I'm
of
the-
you.
I was gonna say something very mean. I'm not gonna say it because this Rudy now doesn't say that. The Rudy 2
What-
years ago.
What I sacrificed in height from you, I took the cool. So you got the height, I got the cool.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Because I know at the beginning of all of this, I was terrible, especially to you.
Hey, when you put it's like a magnet. When you put the two same ends together, they repel. We were both bitches on different ends of the spectrum, but like
That's true. I was
was
very
not-
much not a nice person.
the meshing was not happening.
I thought I was the smartest person in the room, which turns out I'm not.
To be fair, at this moment,
Uh,
you are the smartest person in the
How
room.
many times do I have to tell you, girl?
This
just
is not insulting myself. I'm just telling you the truth.
No. What I'm telling you is, I have to tell you this 1,000 times, and I will tell you this 1,000 times again. I might be very book smart and logical, but your creativity is far beyond anything I've seen and I can do.
Okay, but still, my point maintains the. You are
I'm book
currently
smart.
this. You are
I'm
You are currently the
logical.
most intelligent. Are we gonna argue about this? Is this what you came to talk about? The fact that you're the smartest. I'm telling you you're the smartest person in the room.
Okay,
Is that
okay,
the cover?
okay.
know.
Okay. Just
I can unlock a little bit of the emotions and like let them out if you wanted to fight right now, but I don't think that's why you came.
I'm not really. No, I didn't come to fight.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But either way, just know that we care. And yeah, I don't know. I'm bad at like ending conversations, so
I know, and I'm just letting you stew in it.
it's not.
I'm just watching it happen.
I'm gonna
I have
go
to get
now.
my. Yeah, okay. I have to get my joy from somewhere. So,
That's fair. I'm gonna go now.
okay. My door is always open if you want me to tell you you're the smartest person in the room.
I'm good. Okay. You're just gonna get up really swiftly and just like walk out.
The whole time Ro is in like a power stance with their legs crossed on the desk, by the way. I do just want that mental image of like, so what can I help you with?
Okay. That's it. I'm good.
Okay. So, Mercy, you are trying to catch some sleep so you can begin to dream of your deity, hopefully.
Someone to answer the question. Doesn't really matter who.
Okay.
Maybe if they can't answer it, at least point us in the right direction.
You wake up on the same hill you always do. And sitting next to you is a young teenage girl. Probably about 14.
Well, since it's been actually you. My lady, what does he show them at these shows?
He teaches them their parts.
characters in the play he's writing. Everyone he sends. Do you know what happens when he starts the performance?
It's the same thing that happens with every play. All eyes turn to them.
If the eyes get drawn, do you know a way to make them look away again?
Yes.
What happens to the people when he's done? Do you know that?
I don't know.
Will they be okay once we take him out?
I hope so.
I know you're distracted by the cat. There are new gods coming.
Yes.
Should we be afraid of them?
Do you think people are afraid of me?
Yes.
Then you know your answer. I know what needs to be done to stop the eyes from looking. But I can't do it.
Yeah.
Not from where I am.
The gods we're bringing over again. Will you fade when they come over?
It'll be quiet for a bit. Eventually, I might be able to find our way back. So we'll be quiet for a bit.
I have a question. If a god thought dead during the schism comes back, is he stuck with you?
I don't know.
Mercy will get up. Regardless of what happens. It's been an honor.
And it's been a pleasure having you.
I
You
don't
really
think
are my best worshiper. And I'm glad to call you my chosen.
I'm not going to let the old god fade as long as even if I'm the only one who holds the memories. and Mercy will wake up.
Mercy wakes up from her dream. We'll say this is the last day of the trip.
She wakes up, you're just gonna hear her go, "Fuck!" very loudly.
Mm.
Team meeting.
Sure.
As she comes in, she's just wiping her eyes real quick. I got good news and I got bad news.
Mm-hmm.
Bad news is everyone he's ever had show up to those shows are a participant in this play. Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Good news, there is a way to make the guy up there look away if he does get his attention drawn.
Mm.
Gail, do you have a way to get a hold of Marks?
Funny you should mention that.
Desna said we have to use them if we want him to look away if he looks lost.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. I've let your prat alone long enough. I've got a plan. So.
As he's wait.
Gee,
As he
thanks.
says that, Mercy is throwing something at him for that.
That's fair.
Take out a nut and just.
All right.
Motherfucker.
All right. This is.
Been at this for like an hour.
Hey,
Oh, really?
Jolly?
Hmm. Yeah.
What's Maddie's reaction to that bullshit?
I think she just leaves the room because of how done. But I mean, she's gonna come back with food. That's like.
That's
okay.
all right.
Absolutely valid.
No,
I
I just-
would have called this from like miles away.
Yeah, fucking Jace sitting there silently. I'm like, did I piss Jace off? Nope.
Oh,
He's just being a clever little douchebag.
No,
Case is
I had a
being
plan.
case.
I had a plan. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Mercy, you have friends who really want to get back at your dad. There's an army, right?
There's the mercenary army, and then there's the rebellion, and then there's the Green Faith. Which one are you talking about?
All three of them. We're gonna bring them in. We're also gonna bring in a bunch of druid tribes, and really any of the blue cloaks that we need. We're gonna take out your dad first. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna run at the city. We're gonna take it. We're gonna let everyone we can go. Kill your dad. The minute that happens, our friends over at this other stronghold, giants, be keeping them all in. Then Marks is gonna come in. We'll teleport over. We'll take out the slimy fuck and be done with it. Marks is gonna hamstring him. Worse than he already is.
Either that or Marks can. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's alright.
This is more Jessica not knowing. What do you mean by hamstring?
Hamstringing is effectively cutting someone out by the knees.
Okay,
Mhm.
You're screwing them over.
okay, continue, Daya.
I was about to say something and I realized I'm not sure you said what I was going to reference. So,
If he doesn't have the ability to put on his play, that's gonna screw up his whole plan of turning the eyes of someone associated with specific things, wouldn't it?
and I know he can teleport, but it'll still be a problem for him to get everyone else out, which is good. And then if he does manage to draw the eye,
He won't.
he won't. But if
We'll be
I'm
on
sure
him before
Mark's-
he realizes it.
I'm sure Marks owes us a favor, and he's powerful,
He does.
so could just
That's part of the deal. And I know just the thing.
He also won't run.
No.
He's lost control over the artifact. His power is waning, And if he has any chance, it is now.
So what we'll do is we'll lay a trap for him. And I know just the thing. So, if you don't mind, I'm gonna get to go visit Aerith if you want to join me.
What's the
All of them?
plan?
We're gonna just for a day.
Okay.
Actually, in fact, it wouldn't even be that long because she can send us back.
I mean, I can send us back. Unless you need me to get
this
there.
will be way cheaper.
I would like to talk with your dad as well.
That's fine.
I can teleport. I don't.
I can walk through trees. Aerith can send us back through a tree.
We're on a
We'll need
boat.
to be.
They're almost at Basus.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're almost
I
at
thought
Basus.
we were- I thought we were
Yeah.
on
We're
the boat
almost
still.
there.
Okay, okay,
This is
okay.
Yeah,
mostly
but-
We're
jungle.
we're
You're-
on the
you're s-
boat, but sorry.
No, you're saying exactly what I'm about to say.
Yeah. we're not there yet, but we're close enough to Basus that it's like tomorrow or whatever we can go.
Day.
Is up today. There's
Okay,
lots
then
of
that's
trees
fine.
there. It's all jungle.
On.
Just pick your poison.
That works.
All right.
And
So
then-
after we land,
Okay.
Gale uses the charge of the spear, transport via plants, literally right into the heart of the new home, where Aerith has already almost finished work on the true resurrection for Marks.
Motherfucker, because you planned this ahead.
hmm
Be Matt Jace.
And upon Marks coming back, Gale will look at the man and go,
We will hold off there.
actually, do you mind if Gale mentions what he would like?
Cool.
So, this will be easy and it will be hard, but bear with me. We're about to do something, and then we're about to protect this new world that you're going to get to be gods of, and we'll work out all the details later, but stick with me on this. When I give the high sign, you're going to make the entire world forget the color yellow for 3 days.
We're gonna forget Maddie.
I'm yellow.
Ah!
Everyone just points at Maddie.
We all become colorblind just to the color yellow, and we're like, Maddie, when did you become red?
Not all become. Some of us already are.
Yeah, true.
I forgot.
True.
Remember, I've said before, Dan and Maddie being together is great because
Really
they look like they wear
confusing.
the same color Taro.
Yeah.
Oh my
You guys
god.
match. It's so nice. What?
So, we will pick this up next session as my players are apparently have a grand plan in the works, and our characters are moving closer and closer towards the finale. Thank you, everybody, for being here with us. Thank you, my friends. I love you all. This is always fun to play with you guys, and I look forward to doing this for many, many more years, if possible.
Mhm.
Please, if you enjoy what we do, pass the word around. Tell your friends. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on Twitter. And with all that said, please say goodbye, stream.
Bye, stream.